All right, all right, all right. We're here. I'm DQ, and this is the first ever Between the Laces on AXQ Media. It is a windy night out here in New England. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And today, Between the Laces, March 26th, we're going to be talking about NFL. That's what we talk about here on this show. So, I have a very, very special man that I want to bring up on here. And you might recognize him. We had a show that we had going on, Danny DQ's Untitled Sports Show. That's right. And I'm going to be throwing him on up here with me, my co host, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful, amazing Daniel D. DeMello. No. What's up, bro?
Caught me off guard right there. I wasn't ready for that. I was trying to look in like the little camera to see like if my hair was all going the right way. But hey,
Well,
how you doing?
hey, welcome to the
You
program.
like that name, huh? Between the Laces.
Between the Laces, it's good,
When
man.
you start hitting a big DQ, I'm gonna have to copyright that.
I was already trying to tell you earlier that if this does help send some traffic my way, you know what I mean, that I'll definitely throw some money at you, bro, if I get monetized eventually.
When we
And then
become
at that
famous
point,
and this becomes a
it'll
show
be
that people watch more than
yeah,
stupid ass Stephen A. Smith and dumbass Max Kellerman.
yeah, fuck them. I aspire to be
They
more like
suck, dude.
I aspire to be like Brandon Perna, bro. That's who I'm aspiring to be.
I like him.
So,
I like him. He has good content.
yeah, he does. So we're here today, March 26th. It's been a while since you and I have gotten together to talk about some NFL football. We had a little, I wouldn't say long running, but a few years going strong, the Danny D and DQ Untitled Sports Show. But now we're gonna try to go here on AXQ Media
Still
as
love it
Between
though.
the Laces. And
Still
I
love
do
it.
apologize for the lag in my camera here, but that's just the way it's gonna be. So
It's not too bad.
just listen to
The,
the
the
sound of
audio
my
is going
voice.
good. Am I
Yeah.
lagging too? Am I
No, you're
lagging?
good. No, you're
Oh,
beautiful. So,
thank you.
Dan,
I woke up like this. Thank you.
I wanna kick this off by throwing a question at you, just kind of off the cuff here. What team do you believe um, Deshaun Watson is going to be a part of next year? Will it be the Houston Texans, maybe the Miami Dolphins, possibly now that there's been a big blockbuster trade today, the San Francisco 49ers, or the B block basketball team at the recess time basketball in the penitentiary over in Texas? What do you think?
Uh, Honestly, you did tell me some stuff off air. I ain't gonna try to steal your thunder because I want you to come up say that elaborate scheme that you did think of because I never thought of it and it was a good idea. What I was thinking before that, because I didn't obviously think of that myself, I was thinking that honestly, with all like these like the scandals and stuff that were going on, that like maybe like like was it Dave O'Brien or yeah Dave right? Dave O'Brien, is that the head coach still?
Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien, Bill O'Brien.
He's
So
not the coach
Bill
anymore,
O'Brien's
though.
over there. He's like he's just greasing the palms. He's like, he knows that with all this going on, it kind of deflects back like poorly
Dude,
on Deshaun Watson's
no,
part.
Bill O'Brien got fired last season, bro, in the middle of the season.
Oh no, yeah, I'm sorry. But
Yeah, it's
whoever
that
the
new
coach
guy,
is of it right now,
Dave Scully.
oh
I
yeah,
mean, Cully or Tully, whatever. Yeah,
he was the offense coordinator for
doesn't matter. But whoever, so David Scully is grease of the pobs, and yeah,
yeah. So he's greasing the palms, and he's like knowing that this could really hurt Deshaun Watson with the sexual accusations and the climaxing on ladies' faces. It's not looking good on his part. So there could be a chance that he wants this all to blow over, that he won't be too sad. I think he would just stay with the Texans because I think even if the Texans, if he says he's not going to play for the Texans, I understand that, but I could see them pulling like a Le'Veon Bell kind of thing. Not so much it was more Le'Veon Bell just holding out and not being with the team, but them still having him under contract until they get the right deal. And I don't know how that deal would be like going now. It's a whole different thing right now. It's a good thing. It's a good topic right now with the Deshaun Watson. It's like it's tough to kind of like wrap my mind around. I feel like he's going to stay with Texans, and if anything, that kind of this looks better for the Texans than on the other team because other teams might shy away from like the whole problems that he's having right now, and it kind of make him be like, hey, I did already, I mean, I've always already been here, I might kind of stay. I was thinking he was going to stay with Houston, and even if he didn't want to play this year, they still would have just held him because they have him under contract, and you could go play crappy backup quarterbacks, go draft a quarterback or whatever, even whatever round, or just pick up another shitty quarterback and just have him play the whole year, but like still have Deshaun Watson on your roster. Like if I can't have you, no one can. So I thought he was going to stay with Houston.
So I heard a theory on Boston radio where apparently this lawyer who is doing this civil suit or whatever, who brought these people together, they apparently live next door to the McNairs for some time. So there's like a conspiracy theory going on right now that the McNairs called up their old neighbor, this kind of Better Call Saul type lawyer who's been on these like big money civil suits, class action lawsuits before, and turned around, called him up and said, hey, you think we can dig some dirt up on our boy here? Can't have
try to make him cheaper. Make him cheaper to go over to New England.
Yep, exactly. So it could be a matter of the Texans kind of getting involved and kind of like you said, devaluing Deshaun's value.
I think he already even like you said, like I've been seeing too. There's a lot of accusations. There's not a lot of proof around it. I'm not sure like how far this will go. You know what I mean? But it's not looking too promising from both sides though, because it is still tarnishes the legacy with the whole social media. Because even if he is acquitted and none of these things are charged on him, he still has like this little blemish.
Yeah,
and that's he's getting he's going to get devalued regardless.
Yeah,
regardless, because these accusations come out, he already got fucked.
Well,
it's definitely not doing better for him. No other team is going to be like, oh, he has over 10 sexual assault cases with women. Like, yeah, sign me up. I mean, the Raiders don't need a quarterback right now, what I heard. So I think he's kind of shit out of luck.
Well, a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago or last week, whenever the first accusations came out, it didn't seem like he wasn't not going to play because it was just civil suits. And as we know from someone like Ezekiel Elliott, you might face a suspension or something like that but like as the trial's going on.
I feel like he'll definitely be suspended.
Huh?
I think he's definitely going to get suspended, even if it all is fine and like goes through the whole court system and nothing is proven. You know what I mean?
Well, the criminal thing is what's going to screw him, because now there's criminal charges that he's supposedly facing, and that's really going to be kind of the nail in the coffin there. But
it's not going to be a good look for wherever. If he does move this year, I would be kind of surprised, honestly. But at the same time, if I wouldn't be that surprised either if he does go to another team. He's going to probably be facing at least some type of game suspension, and I doubt it'll be 2 or 4. I'm going to go for like 6.
The thing is too, you have to remember, because people forget very easily. When Kareem Hunt, the whole thing happened with Kareem Hunt, right? Oh, he'll never play in the NFL again.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get Ray Rice.
It seemed like he didn't. But that's the thing but they're so inconsistent, dude. They're so inconsistent.
It is inconsistent.
Some people do get Ray Rice, including Ray Rice. Some people get the Adrian Peterson where they get Ray Rice for a few years, but then they get to redeem themselves. And then others just friggin' they slip through the cracks, dude. They like get a couple game suspension
You get
whatever.
Josh
You know what I
Gordon's
mean?
too, though. Your Josh Gordon's get all these chances in the world, and not those
That's
chances are
because
given to other
yeah, but
people. It is
Josh
that's the
Gordon's
inconsistency you're talking about, though. That's what
yeah,
the inconsistency is.
Josh Gordon's they had
Josh
someone like
Gordon can
Josh
play
Gordon.
again this year if he's a good boy.
Josh Gordon, I feel like is like one of those guys that ends up in the court system, and then the judge just like and like the cops or whatever know him so much at this point, they're just gonna bust his balls just to bust his balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
He's gotta
Josh.
be very like gotta be really clean nosed after you get like so many shots. But I'm just saying like how many shots he's been given so far for you know what I mean, and then other people do one bad thing or two bad things, and then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. You remember earlier hearing about that lineman from the I think it was the Colts who like beat like the savagely like, beat the shit out of his like girlfriend or like fiance. Remember
Yeah.
hearing that?
Yeah.
Like if that dude gets to play in the NFL again, like that's fucking sickening, dude. Like that's fucking gross, dude.
Would you be surprised though?
I would be a little surprised. I mean, I would like if it happened, I wouldn't be like so like my mind was like totally blown. But at the same time, I would be like, dude, are you serious, dude? Because then it's like now it just makes but it would show the inconsistency like that we're talking about though.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like that was egregious, dude.
So Danny.
So you're telling me that we went into a whole fucking different tangent there, but you're telling me that Deshaun Watson is going to play for the Patriots next year?
For the
Is that what you
Patriots?
feel? That's where you think he'll go?
No.
Oh, you were just bringing up the speculation of it?
Well, yeah, no, specifically they said that on Boston radio that the Texans, they were one of the shows here was just throwing that out as a hot take that the Texans could be freaking like kind of just
Off
trying
season,
to
man. You throw anything that'll stick.
but yeah, exactly. But the counter argument to that was why would they try to devalue him when they were trying to trade him? You know what I mean?
No, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You know, I mean, they understand like that's not gonna. It doesn't look good on them even trying to trade them. But didn't that head coach say a bunch of times he was not trying to trade Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, but until Deshaun Watson, yeah, but that was just
Deshaun Watson says he won't pay for the Texans again and he wants out. But that new head coach said that he wants him to stay.
That was like a month or so ago, dude. He gave in. They're trying to trade him. They were trying. They said
they might have to sit on him for a year. That's what I would do, honestly, because this isn't like.
This is why I'm not saying that the accounts, especially with how many there are, that they're not true, this or that. But I'm saying it's very interesting the timing of them because that whole time the Texans were saying they're not going to trade Deshaun, they're not going to trade Deshaun, and then right before the free agency was set to hit, they said, "Fine, we'll trade you." Like literally like 2 days before or 3 days before, they said, fine, we're taking calls for Deshaun Watson. And then boom, the day that it was set that they probably would have ended up accepting one of those trades, all this stuff comes out. So it's like, and the lawyer had already said, the lawyer himself put on like Twitter or Instagram or some shit that they had already been preparing this since December. He had already been gathering, like going to different victims and getting testimonies. You know what I mean? Really? So it's not like and Deshaun Watson's camp had caught wind of this too back then. So it's not like it's completely out of the blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, here's the thing though. So we had a pretty big trade that went on today where the 49ers traded their number 12 pick and a third-round pick, I believe, for this year, as well as the next 2 first-round picks in 2022 and 2023 to move up to where the Miami Dolphins had, guess who? The Houston Texans pick at number 3. And now the speculation is that the 49ers are going to be going after a quarterback almost for certain. So now Patriots fans are basically jizzing in their pants, sitting here thinking that Jimmy G is coming back to New England. Supposedly there is an actual push for him, but they've literally been saying that since Cam Newton came back from COVID and started throwing balls into the dirt. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go over some NFL. We're gonna go over some NFL free agents here, and this is according to NFL PFF. Excuse me, Pro Football Focus. And Dan, you're not gonna believe who they have rated as the number one free agent signing, bro. The number one free agent signing in the NFL, dude. Guess who? Take a guess.
Dak Prescott, of course.
Really?
Is it?
Do you agree?
I don't agree, but I bet it is.
Well, if you were a betting man, then you would have won 100 million Bitcoin. That would make you 100 trillionaire, dude.
That's what I like to hear. I mean,
4 years. Dak Prescott was signed for 4 years, $39.5 million average, $115 million guaranteed, 158 total. Oh no, that was projected contract. He's making $40 million a year average, $126 million guaranteed,
yeah.
$160 million total, dude. What were you guys thinking?
It's the future, man. Whether
future.
I agree with it or not, it's the future that's going to happen. I was happy.
So,
it's just a big question mark right now. I think Dak has a lot more upside than people think.
You leave him, bro?
But with that injury that just happened last year, I'm nervous to see how this season goes. But if he can play like he was playing, you know what I mean, and we can secure ourselves, I think we should be in a pretty good situation, honestly. It's just really how he can bounce back from that injury. That's not an injury that's easy to bounce back from. Kind of similar to Alex Smith's, but not as similar. And for a dude that is pretty mobile too and can break out the pocket, it could like really damper his type of play style. Not be able to just take off with that whole ankle injury. But if that man can bounce back from that ankle injury, they did some good signings this year. Obviously the money is a lot, but that's like the market. That's not an out of market like style. More quarterbacks are going to get signed year and year after, and they're going to get more money than Dak did. What everybody is starting to pick up on that Kirk Cousins started the trend is the whole guaranteed money. Nobody goes to the big contracts no more.
That's what I was just going to say is the guaranteed. Yeah, the guaranteed is what the problem is. Then you guaranteed him 126 of 160, man. So a 4-year deal. 4-year deal, 160.
Your time's coming too. You're gonna have to send out a big fat contract on a quarterback yourself.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
You know it's gonna be, and it's gonna be guaranteed money.
Here's the deal.
Money. He's gonna play the market the same way everybody else plays the market.
No, I have a feeling Josh Allen's
gonna. He's not gonna be a Tom Brady, and he's not gonna play that game.
I have a feeling that Josh Allen's gonna be a Tom Brady, and he's going to take less
He's
money.
Gonna take the pay cuts. He's gonna market. He's not gonna go try to be paid the highest, but he's gonna go get his.
You think if they told him, Josh, we really want to give you. We think you're worth.
Take him on a
we think you're worth X amount, but we need some money to be able to pay Stephon Diggs when his contract comes up, or for Stephon Diggs, because I think we re-signed him when we traded for him. So,
hypothesis, it's time for him to pay. Say he gets to the AFC Championship game again next year, and then you have to pay him now. How much do you think they would throw at him?
We're signing him. The Bills will end up having Josh Allen under contract by the beginning of this season. I can guarantee you that. This season coming up.
I'm saying at least you're gonna have to throw at him like $120 million for like 4 years. And how much of that's gonna be guaranteed?
I'd say, all right, a realistic contract, I think, for Josh Allen is probably 5 years, $125 million with maybe $90 million guaranteed.
He's not gonna say that. He's worth more.
What do you
He's
mean he's
worth
not?
more than that.
Of course he's worth more than that. Didn't you hear what I just said? He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's not
though.
going to take the Tom Brady thing, but that's just such a
Where's
low
Stephon
amount of
Diggs gonna
money that
go?
he could just
Where's
get out of
Stephon Diggs gonna
everything else.
go? Where's his offensive line gonna go? We just resigned Deion Dawkins. We just resigned friggin' Matt Milano, dude. We just resigned Trey White. We resigned both of our safeties, dude. We're not gonna be able to have money to sink into him too, and he's gonna understand that. Not Dak Prescott kind of money. Remember how a few years ago we were saying Jimmy G type money when San Francisco signed him for that big money, and then Kirk Cousins type money.
Then every year,
Well, this is now
Jimmy G
Dak Prescott type money. He
Jimmy
set
G
the
was like the
market,
last
bro.
guy that took a big contract on, but only not as guaranteed as much money compared to then Kirk Cousins just blew the market open with the guaranteed money.
Yeah, but
guaranteed
dude,
money
right
pays
now,
the bills.
this $40 million a year that Dak is averaging is the most in NFL history. You realize that, right? 40.
Oh yeah, until next year.
Dude, until next year. That's just under $500 million, bro. I mean, half a fucking $100 million a year. $500 million a year. Sorry, my math.
The vicious market, DQ. I don't make the market, and I don't think it should be like that. But at the same time, next year somebody's going to trump that again. Every year somebody goes higher and higher. Somebody else is going to come up next year.
It ain't going to be the Buffalo
Bills. It's going to be Josh Allen.
It ain't going to be the Buffalo Bills.
Or it's going to be Baker Mayfield. Isn't that their class? Or Lamar Jackson. One of those guys is going to trump that number again next year.
Yeah, it'll be
Lamar. Because it's all their times to get paid.
It'll be Lamar Jackson. It's
going to be fucking Josh Allen. Josh Allen's going to want it all. Going to secure that legacy, baby. And lucky for you, he'll probably sign like a 6 or 7 year deal like Mahomes did. He's going to get some Mahomes money.
Oh, you're right. Mahomes did set a fucking thing too. Yeah, you're right. All right, so let's move on here. We got Chris Godwin, who re-signed. Which let's talk about that real quick. For the first time ever since free agency, not free agency. The what do they call that? Yeah, free agency, where any player can go to any team that they want. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have all 22 of their starters back.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Did you see that they just signed back Fournette too?
Yep.
They're ready to run it. They said, "Let's run it back." They want two. They want 2 in a row. Easily. They got you got to maximize the window they have. Tom Brady. I thought like 2 years ago Tom Brady wouldn't play anymore, but there he is winning Super Bowl still. So you got to maximize it. They took pay cuts. They want to be champions.
With Josh Allen seeing that.
No, but I'm saying they already won the championship, Dylan. Of course you would run it back. Why would you not run it back with the same team if you could do that, if you just won the Super Bowl last year?
We were this close, bro. We were so close to being in the Super Bowl.
You lost to a team that got its ass kicked in the Super Bowl.
So what?
So what would happen? What, next year you'll go to the Super Bowl and get your ass kicked by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they brought all 22 back?
They dominated all year, bro. The Chiefs dominated all year and then got their ass kicked in the Super Bowl.
Sorry to say that to you.
The AFC soft, bro. There was people who, dude. There were 7 seeds, and there was teams who missed out on the playoffs at 10-6. Multiple teams. What are you talking about? And with an extra seed. Meanwhile, your fucking division got one with an.
Like it's always the NFC East.
Yeah.
Like the AFC South hasn't been trash for fucking like 6 years.
The Bears. The Bears.
The AFC South has been trash for years. The Green Bay Packers would beat most of the AFC teams in a game.
Dan, remind me, what do the Bears do with 7 seeds in the NFC? They went to the playoffs, right? Do you know what the Bears' record was?
Well, that's what happens when you want to.
The Bears' record was 8-8.
It's outlandish now. It's outlandish now that you want to spread it to 7. It shouldn't be 7 fucking teams in the playoffs.
With an extra seed.
We're one more fucking pity trophy away that everybody just makes the playoffs.
Yo, Ryan Morales is in the house. Here we go. This is what I'm talking
Everybody's
about.
Gonna make the playoffs if we keep
Ryan Morales
in the playoffs.
Ryan Morales is backing me right now, bro. He said can't call the AFC weak when you have the NFC East, bro. Or should I say the NFC Least?
Yeah, last year, dude.
You know what I'm saying, Ryan?
What are you
He's
guys
in the
talking
NFC
about?
East too, bro. He knows what I'm talking about.
I know, but I'm talking about what? Yeah, NFC East this year, and probably honestly, I mean last year
Dan,
and probably this year too. Honestly, probably
Dan,
this year too.
Dan,
Um,
Dan. Who's in the NFC? Who's in the NFC?
What about the AFC South, dude? Where's the AFC South been for the last 6 years until like the last
The
year or
Tennessee.
two?
Yeah,
Where was the
okay.
AFC
But
West
we're talking
before
about
Patrick Mahomes came to the Chiefs,
yeah.
dude? There was
We're talking about
a
a new
lot of shitty
generation,
divisions,
bro.
always shitty.
We're talking
And
about a new
you're talking
generation.
about the Bears and other teams that made the
Dan,
playoffs, and then we just
Dan,
added teams to the playoffs.
Dan, who just
We
went
added
to
teams
and
to the playoffs.
represented Dan, who just went and represented your conference in the Super Bowl?
Like,
43-year-old Tom Brady and the 11-5 fifth seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, you want to call the AFC weak,
and
right?
nobody beat them.
Right. Then, right, you're talking about a new generation. I'll tell you who the AFC has now. Not talking
Yeah, they're
about
coming up now.
in the past. Yeah,
I'm
now.
talking about how it's been
Josh
for the
Allen.
last 10 years.
No, I'm talking about the last 2 years. Josh
Yeah,
Allen,
right, that's cute. That's
Patrick
fine, but
Mahomes,
that's why I'm
Baker
talking because I'm talking
Mayfield,
about what's been happening in the
Lamar
last 10
Jackson.
years, dude.
Lamar Jackson.
Last 10 years, the AFC has been ruled by how many people?
Who's the NFC?
Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and
You're talking about
sometimes Ben
injuries.
Roethlisberger comes into the play.
Danny, this is
AFC
2021, not
I mean,
2015 anymore. It's 2021, bro. It's
I'm
a
just
new,
telling you that
era.
they're getting better now. They're getting better now. And guess what? Yeah, who won the Super Bowl last year? An NFC team. And just like you said, the 5 seed old man Tom Brady led team who was always beating the AFC. So what would be different now that he goes to the Super Bowl? We're gonna beat the AFC again, like he did his whole fucking life, whole 20-year career.
Bro,
Always on
to
the
say the 2020, the 2020
AFC was better than the NFC last year. I'll give you that. Yes.
You're crazy.
The AFC was better than the NFC last year, but I'm talking about on a bigger scale and how it's been majority of the time. The AFC is kind of weak. It's getting better now. Yeah, you got young guys coming in. It's going to get better, but you could just say that you're going to act like the Green Bay Packers or the Saints wouldn't have gone far in the AFC as well.
Okay. Green Bay Packers.
I'll give you the Chiefs and the Bills.
Old man Rodgers. The Saints. Breeze is gone. The Buccaneers. Brady. You're talking about old legacy versus young up and comers, bro.
What Lamar Jackson's that can't read offenses. I'll give you Mahomes. I'll give you the Bills. I'll give you the Chiefs and the Bills. But
even Watson
no,
was in the AFC.
I won't give you that either, dude. I won't give you that either. So Deshaun Watson's Texans last year would have been able to beat the Packers or the Saints or the Buccaneers.
I didn't say that.
Maybe a good game against the Bears. Maybe
I didn't say that.
There.
I said Deshaun Watson is an was before all this stuff an up and coming quarterback who was in the AFC. That's what I said.
Yeah, in the AFC. Yeah.
NFC. Who do you got? Dak Prescott. It says it right here in PFF, Dan. Number one.
I think Dak Prescott's better than fucking. I think Dak Prescott's better than Deshaun Watson. Maybe not this year, but then again, maybe this year because Deshaun Watson might not even play football this year. So even if Dak just plays one down, it's already looking better than Deshaun Watson. But I always thought that Dak Prescott was a little bit better than Deshaun Watson. I'll give you Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's 100 times better than Deshaun Watson.
All right, let's move on. So
Stafford's better than Deshaun Watson. People don't want to have that conversation though.
Ryan, thank you so much for coming by, man. You're the only one up in here right now. You're the best, dude. Continue to school Danny D up in here, up on the chat if you want to, bro. Oh, look, I should have done this. See, boom. You
did that last time. I didn't do that.
Yeah, throw
it up. He's right. He is right. He's right. Obviously, the NFC East was the laughing stock last year. Probably might be this year, too, honestly.
Yo, no, Ryan, you got to let this kid know, dude. The football team, bro. Best football team in the entire football league, dude. The football team.
Oh, is this the guy that's a fucking fan of the used to be Washington Redskins?
Dude. Washington. Yo, you can't say the R, dude. You can't say the R word, dude.
Good sign on the Fitz Magic, though. I respect that pick. That was a good pick. That was a good pickup.
Bunch of old quarterbacks conference. The NFC East has become the country club of the NFL.
Nah, dude,
It's a
don't sleep
retirement home.
on.
That's where you guys are all
Nah,
going.
don't sleep on that kid. What is it, Taylor Hanky or something? Hanky. When the kid that got the closest to beating Tom Brady the whole fucking Super Bowl run that he just went on, the closest team to beating him.
Yeah, I think it's
Little Taylor Hanky over there.
I think it's
Little Hanky
Tyler.
poo.
I think
Christmas
it's
Hanky.
Tyler Hanky or Taylor
Yeah,
Hanky or something.
Christmas Hanky, the Christmas poo.
All right, so you want to hear who the second
I
guy
can't
is?
tell you.
Oh, Chris Godwin. All right, bro.
Chris
That's
Godwin's a hell of a receiver. Man's got hands.
All right. So let me ask you this, right? We got a franchise tag. Is that what happened with Allen Robinson? He got franchised again.
Yeah, sad for him, dude. He deserves better.
Dude, he's gonna make. Dude, I don't feel bad for him. You don't feel bad either.
No,
He's gonna make
paid, but no, he's like
17.98 million, bro.
Yeah, but dude, think about what
All
team
guaranteed.
he plays for. Think about this though. Think about this real quick, very tiny bit. Think about this. He plays for the Bears, right? They suck. Now think about who he played for before that, DQ. Who did he play for before that?
Who are we talking about?
Allen Robinson. Who did he play for before the Bears?
Oh, the Jaguars. The
Jaguars
with Blake Bortles.
Who also suck. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel bad for him. He's a good receiver. If he was on a good team, he'd be really good.
Oh, you mean a good team?
Really good. Underrated.
You mean a good team like the Dallas Cowboys?
No, we already have too many great receivers on our team right now, so we wouldn't really have room for him. But
yeah, I know a receiver. I bet you wish you had, dude. You have his little brother named
Stephon. Yeah, I guess
last name
Stephon
begins
Diggs
with a D, ends
right,
with an S. Diggs' son.
I guess their daddy's ball sack is just blesses fucking great athletes, dude. Because Stephon Diggs, not
dude,
Stephon. Trayvon Diggs not too bad, dude. Trayvon Diggs not too bad.
As he was busting in their mom, dude, he was just like, this one's gonna be a wide receiver. He's gonna be one of the best.
Oh yeah, true. Not to be sexist either, dude. The mom too, like she definitely bakes that baby cakes very well. You can't leave her out either.
Dude,
she did a great job.
People don't realize that it was kind of quiet. Stephon Diggs led the league in both receptions and receiving yards last year. Like, he went off, bro.
Yeah, that's what it was, because the flashy thing is touchdowns and stuff. So he didn't have like.
I think he had maybe 8 or something.
He did. He had a good amount of touchdowns, but he was always sneaky, like 6 catches, 107 yards. That was like.
Yeah, like easy, average. Dude. He was making it look easy, bro. I was like, he would get like 10 yards.
You know what it was? It was those fucking yards. 20, 25-yard curls. Those 20, 25-yard curls in the middle of the fucking. And then he catches and goes for like another 10, 15. It'd be one catch for 45 yards, and you're like, oh, he must have hit him on a streak, and it's not. It's just fucking like curl back, dude.
He's exceeded my expectations as far as like.
I didn't think he was that good. I thought fucking. I'm gonna draw the blank now because I'm a little high. I thought the white boy from Minnesota was better.
Yeah, okay, dude.
Fuck's his name, dude, right now, bro. Why am I drawing that blank? He's good.
Adam Thielen.
I thought Thielen was better than him.
I always knew Diggs. No, I always knew Diggs was better than him. I like Diggs a lot. My little brother
Thielen had better reception skills, and I thought Diggs could run better routes. But it seems that Diggs' hands are like certified as well.
Well, dude, you have to understand now Diggs is actually playing with a decent quarterback, bro. Who is he playing with? Keenum, fucking Cousins. Who was it before Keenum? Bridgewater was good, but like not, Bridgewater's decent. He's not the best passer in the world.
No, but Bridgewater is decent. Bridgewater is not bad. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It was not a great quarterback.
Dan, we got another NFC East signing. I know you're wicked thrilled about this one. The man's name is Kenneth Golladay. He used to play for the Detroit Lions, and now he's on the New York Football Giants, man.
Yeah, man, I'm a little mad, dude, because the Giants didn't suck as much as I thought they were gonna suck last year, and they have been doing a really good job of being very active this free agency. They signed a pretty good cornerback. They signed, Kenneth Galladay. Kenny Galladay is going to be a nice addition to their team. And I think they got Kyle Rudolph from the Vikings for a tight end, dude. They did a good job in free agency.
Yep,
trying to like get at the needs that they had to get at. So I wouldn't sleep on the Giants next year. They could definitely get problems, especially at least in the NFC East.
So what do you think about Daniel Jones? Because I personally, I don't think he's fit to be an NFL quarterback.
Daniel Jones.
Not with the amount of fumbles, dude.
He's not on the hot seat yet. You know what I mean? But like right now, he's just kind of like that mediocre, like runner of the pack, like just basic like quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to call him like a field general, but he can like kind of like a Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know what I mean? But he could be worse than Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's not on the hot seat yet because all these other people like doing bad.
Has like a -3.
It hasn't really been his time yet. He's still kind of young. You know what I mean? He hasn't had like that much time to like really like blossom as a quarterback. They don't really. I don't know. I think it's something in the New York air besides like the Buffalo like station. It's like because the Jets and the fucking Giants, they don't seem to like coaching personnel wise, they're not very like on top of their shit.
It's the New Jersey air. That's why. It's because they're in New Jersey.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because they're not in New York. They're actually in New Jersey. True.
Yeah.
It must be something in the New Jersey water that they're drinking, dude, because they just can't catch a break on just any type of coaching. You know what I mean? Defense, offense. But honestly, they finessed this year. I think the Giants are a top 3 team that made free agency moves this year. I think they did. They're one of the top 3 teams that did the best free agency wise this year. I would give that to them. And I hate the Giants. Don't tell Mitch this. I hope Mitch doesn't watch this because then I'm going to have to hear that Mitch thinks I think the Giants are going to be decent. So make sure that Mitch doesn't watch this.
Thank you for everyone who's in here, by the way. Dan, you want to give a shout out to the 2 people watching right now? What's going on? What's up?
Appreciate the love. You have anything you'd like to add? You want to try to challenge this genius that is me? We'd love to take it on. We take all newcomers and all challengers over here at the newly named Between the Laces.
Between the Laces.
I like the way I said it too, like Between the Laces. And then it would like cut to commercial and like and I mean they'll show you like a pill for like when to get your dick hard and stuff. Come on later.
So all right, I'm kind of like jumping down the list here, but we got Justin Simmons franchise tagged. Oh no, he got extended. That's right. He got franchise tagged, then he got extended 4 years, $61 million, an average of $15.25 million for a safety, Dan. For a safety. How much guaranteed?
Damn shame, dude. I didn't know he was going for that much.
That guaranteed.
I didn't know he was going for that much. As a Cowboy fan, I really wanted to pursue Justin Simmons. I was the number 1 free agent I wanted to pursue as a Cowboy fan because we would have solidified the safety role right there and then not have to sign 3-4 schmucks on that we'll probably talk about later. But regardless, I wish that he did. I can't believe he signed for that much money. He'd be a fool not to stay. I don't think the Broncos are anywhere near competing for championships or even playoff spots at that. They'd be lucky to get 3rd and 4th in their respected division conference, you know. So I can't believe he went for that much money. He's definitely a good talent, definitely probably the best safety that was in this free agency class. But to go for that much money, that's a little high for me as a fake GM.
So let's see who else we got. Now,
what do you think about that? You think that's a little high?
For Justin Simmons for a safety?
How much money did you say? 83 or 63? Say 83?
It was 60. It was 63.
53.
61 million, but just over half that, 35 million guaranteed.
For how many years? 4?
4. So it's basically it's like probably 2 or 3 years guaranteed, and a lot of that's probably in the front.
He did well. I don't think the Broncos aren't paying a lot of people anyway, too, so I don't think it even really like affected them too much. But he's definitely he's a solid fucking safety. Would love to have him on my team.
Well, here's the thing about that is the Broncos are definitely going to have to end up extending Bradley Chubb at some point. They're definitely
Yeah.
gonna have to end up extending. They're paying right now Von Miller. I don't even know how much. So they have some people to pay. That's the thing is people forget about signings from big name signings from years ago. You know what I mean? And then that's when like guys get released or whatever.
No,
Like
but if you think about their team in general, how many like other people are really getting paid big money on that team? You know what I mean? I don't see really
there's a
any
lot of young
linemen getting
guys.
paid off that.
Yeah,
Von Miller's eating a lot of their salary cap because he's not playing. I get that, and Bradley Chubb is going to have to get extended, and he's probably going to get paid as well. But nobody else is really getting paid over there. I'm pretty sure they were paying like that cornerback a lot of money, but his contract was all up, and he's gone.
So we got a lot of activity going on locally here. We had few signings: Hunter Henry, Nelson Aguilar, everybody and their brother,
Jonnu Smith was a great pick. Great pick.
Jonnu Smith, Matthew Judon, and those are all
Judon too.
signings by the
Judon was a good pick.
Patriots. Yep.
And they also picked up old guys that they used to have on their team. They signed back
Kyle Van Noy,
and they signed back
their center. I can't remember his name.
Well, him too.
Harris.
But they signed Lawrence Guy back. Lawrence Guy joined the team back again too.
But he was on their team last year. They just re-signed him.
Oh, I thought he went somewhere and then they signed him back for 4 years. That guy's they did some. They spent some money.
So Hunter Henry's 3-year contract, $37.5 million. He's averaging $12.5 million, and they guaranteed him 25 of that, bro. So that's very un-Belichick, like very un-Belichick.
They were saying that too on the Boston radio stations that the Patriots were looking to spend a little in free agency this year.
Yeah.
That they did. Too bad they don't have a quarterback, or they could probably contend.
So here's one that I know one of our viewers is gonna love to talk about. Ryan, feel free to drop a comment, please. We got a 1 year, $10 million, $6 million guaranteed deal to one Ryan Fitzmagic, baby, coming out of Miami, heading up to Washington to play for the football team. That's right. WTF. It's WFT. What?
Sounds like a soccer team to me.
Yeah. Washington football team. Not a fan.
They should change the name to the Washington Football Club. I'd like that better.
Nah, fuck that. They need to just change the name to the Washington Warriors, bro. The Warriors.
What, is that going to be a little theme song when they come out? It would be like the Warriors.
Yeah, exactly.
Come out and play.
That's what it should be. And then they could either keep they could either keep the W or they could do like Ryan and I have talked about this at work where they could do, remember the old school logo throwback uniforms with the spear on the side of the helmet?
Yeah. They only did that for a little bit. That wasn't long. That was like a season or two.
Yeah, but
I did like it though. It looked cool.
Yeah, that's a cool little logo that they could throw in and keep, and they could keep the color scheme exactly the same like they're already going to.
Yeah.
If you look at the football team's
God, I hope they don't change the color scheme. I do.
No, they won't
like it, but it's too
iconic.
Yeah, exactly. Iconic. It's too iconic. You gotta keep the dark red. What was that? Burgundy? What'd you call that? Burgundy and yellow?
Yeah, it's like burgundy and gold.
Gold. That's more like pea yellow, but
it is. It is yellow, but yeah, no, you're right. Because when I think gold, I think like the Saints gold, like.
Yeah. I like pea yellow. That's more of the color I was going for. But yeah.
The thing about the football team, like if you look at their uniform, it's literally exact. It's the Redskins uniform. It just says Washington instead of Redskins, and the logo is different on the helmet, but it's the exact.
I like the logo too. That had like the it was basically the same exact logo, but instead of having the Indian face in it, it had the R in it. Why don't you just put a W on it?
That's when they had the yellow helmets.
Or is that still offensive to Native Americans, which make up a good majority of their fan base?
Well, no. You see, Washington was president and he was a bad man. Hey, what's up,
Okay.
cat without? What's up, cat without the hat? There's this city. Oh, my wife Tiffany said hi, cat. How you doing? But yeah, Dan, there's this city called Washington D.C. There's also a state called Washington named after this guy. And since he was a
That wouldn't
bad
be the
guy,
District of Columbia, would it?
where the Redskins are representing it is the District of Columbia. Yep.
Ah.
Which Columbia is like District of Columbia. Columbia is to honor another really bad man named Christopher Columbus. So
It's very bad.
yeah. But I don't want to get into that. My point.
I think Fitzmagic's going to give us some fucking problems this year because honestly, DQ, I feel like Dak's not going to be 100% when he comes back and plays. So we're going to have some probably there's a good chance there's going to be some mediocre football played down in Dallas. I don't know. The Giants have improved.
Who's your backup quarterback now?
I'm hoping it's. I don't know if we really like have like a set name starter right now because I know we have Cooper Rush still on the practice squad, I think, and we had that kid last year who almost beat the Steelers. I'm drawing a blank on what his name is.
Oh, Ben DiNucci?
Gilbert.
Oh yeah,
Ben DiNucci too. We drafted Ben DiNucci last year in the sixth pick. He sucks. He's just straight total garbage. Sidearm fucking little boy. Probably can only throw 30 yards downfield. He's not good at all. I hope we sign back Gilbert. I want Gilbert back.
Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert, yeah, from Texas. The Longhorn.
So Ryan, if you're still here with us, how do you feel about the Ryan Fitzmagic trade? He has not trade, the signing. He has the same name as you, so he got that going. You know what I mean? You gotta like him a little bit more for that.
Fitzmagic definitely is gonna improve that team. It's not a bad team really, honestly. The Redskins aren't bad. They're just missing like a quarterback. Defense was damn good last year. They're gonna be good this year too. And Fitzpatrick, but you know what it is? It's the inconsistency with Fitzpatrick because he can be Fitzmagic. Like 1 week he'll go play a pretty decent team and throw 4 touchdowns, and then the next week he'll play a not as good team and throw 3 picks. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if they're trying to. You think they might be trying to groom him though, DQ, for the little hanky? Because that hanky showed some promise. He just got thrown right in with the Wolves in a fucking playoff game against the GOAT, and lost by what? 10-3?
No, I personally
might be grooming the kid to give him, or at least I hope he fights for the starting job with Fitzmagic. I hope it's not just given to him, just like the fucking Chicago Bears did with Andy Dalton, named him QB1 as soon as he signed. Like I hope there'll be like a little bit of action in like training camp or something.
So I don't know if you heard, but Dan Snyder has bought out the minority ownership of the Washington Redskins, the 40% of minority ownership. So he now owns 100% of the Washington football team. So he no longer has to consult anybody in the draft room. I mean, obviously Ron Rivera will be there. Obviously the general manager will be there, but Dan Snyder will also be there, and he's the one signing the checks. So the thing is, Dan Snyder will probably, I would not be surprised if he turned around and traded up from, I think they have like the 20th pick or something like that, maybe like the 19th or 21st. I would not be a bit surprised if he traded up to get a quarterback.
It's a bold statement. If he was to do that, I wouldn't mind it. I know.
Well, no, Fitzpatrick will start, but the rookie will be Fitzpatrick will be the bridge guy. You know what I mean?
If he took Justin Fields or Trey Lance, I would totally be right behind him with that pick. I think it'd be a great pick on their part.
No, it'll probably be someone like a Trey Lance or that kid. What the hell is his name?
I don't know, man. Trey Lance gives me a very
Kyle Trask, Kyle Trask or something like that from
Trask to go in the first round too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I could totally see him going and getting someone like Trask, maybe.
Not in the first round. I could see them like trading up maybe in the second round.
Dude, we're talking about Dan Snyder. We're talking about Dan Snyder, bro.
Kyle Trask is not. the future of Kyle
Dude,
Trask. Actually, reminds me a lot of Drew Look.
what about totally out of nowhere? What about totally out of nowhere? And he turned around. If he turned around and got someone like Ian Book, no, I'm telling you.
I agree with that decision. I hope they do that. I would love to see Ian Book twice a year. I think that would be great. So just keep throwing them at me. You want to keep going down the thing? What about fucking Felipe Franks? Maybe they'll pick Felipe Franks in the first round. I'd love that. Give them all to me. Bring it all down.
How about this? Mac Jones.
I don't know about Mac Jones. I don't want them to have Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones has some upside. Mac Jones got some upside. Mac Jones could be.
You don't want the Washington football team to turn around and get the future, bro? Alabama, come on, dude. Alabama's not good at producing quarterbacks, man.
No, best one, is AJ McCarron. And we see how
that's saying. Remember how excited I was for AJ McCarron, dude?
No, but DQ, it's the same shit. It's the same shit with the Ohio State quarterbacks, dude. Listen to me right now. The best Ohio State quarterback.
Dwayne Haskins was a god, dude.
Listen. The best Ohio State quarterback to come out of Ohio State in the last 10 years, dude. You know who it is?
Dwayne Haskins.
Terrell Pryor, and it was because he played wide receiver.
You mean has a professional career?
Yes, in the NFL.
Sir.
Terrell Pryor.
Those strippers at that strip club that Dwayne Haskins was visiting would disagree with you highly.
Just because Dwayne Haskins supports single mothers in the Washington District of Columbia does not mean that makes him a good quarterback. I agree. I love what he does for the community. I love what he thinks about how he feels for single mothers and women in general, and I appreciate it. But
he likes women.
Football, sir. We are not talking about Men of the Year, which he's already on the top 10 in my list.
He totally likes women, dude. He wants to support them. He supports them 100%.
I support them too, like bras.
Hey, I got a random one to throw at you. Who's the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints now that Drew Brees is gone?
You know what's fucked up, DQ? I've been thinking about this. I think they're just going to run a 2-quarterback system. As weird as it is, they're just going to have Taysom Hill in there sometimes. They're going to have Jameis Winston in there sometimes. When it comes nitty-gritty, I need to we're down, we got to actually start throwing good passes down the line. I think they go to Jameis Winston, but I think when it's
that's a bad decision.
It's not the best decision, but Taysom Hill is not that great. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you Taysom Hill is fucking great at
maybe it's just
either.
Maybe it's just Jameis Winston. Maybe it's just EJ Manuel. But I feel like Florida State's not good at producing quarterbacks either.
No, there's a lot of Dylan's a lot of what did we just think? We saying Alabama. Well, maybe Tua. Tua could fuck up the whole Alabama thing. Maybe. Yeah, we got Alabama. We got fucking Ohio State. Yeah, Florida State. Yeah, you're right. You're right there too. There has been other number one quarterbacks taken out of Florida State. Chris Winkie. You remember Chris Winkie?
No, that's saying something.
First round pick to the Panthers. He was trash. The trash quarterbacks come out of Florida State. I give you that. Good players come out of Florida State, Alabama and Ohio State, it's just not the quarterback.
You really think in crunch time that Jameis Winston would be the best guy to go to?
I'm saying if you're down.
Jameis, it's the fourth quarter. Jameis,
and you're not running the ball, and you have to start throwing. I'm saying you're going to Jameis Winston. I think you start the game with Taysom Hill and see if Taysom Hill can manage. Because I bet Taysom Hill can game manage better than Winston, which is sad for Winston because Winston was literally a top overall pick in the draft. So.
Listen to me. Here's a scenario for you.
Yeah, he was first overall. I thought he was second. I thought Mariota was first, but no, you're right. Number one overall.
So here's a scenario for you. You're down 10 points. 7 minutes left in the game. You're gonna put Jameis Winston out there?
I'm down 10 with 7 minutes left?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna put in Taysom. But if I'm down 10 with 2 minutes left and 3 timeouts, I would probably go Winston.
He's throwing a pick six.
Anywhere from 3 minutes down, I'm putting Winston in. 5 minutes and more, that means I can still I can go scramble around with Taysom Hill. I can do little dump offs to Kamara. But if it's I gotta force down the field and do big chunk pass plays, I'm going Winston.
I'll tell you what happens right now. If you
They're
put
both
James,
going to play twice. You know that.
I'll tell you what happens right now if you put Jameis Winston in that situation. He takes 4 minutes to go downfield, gets stopped at the 30, they have to settle for a field goal, so now they're down by 7. Their defense holds up, stops them, gets the ball back with under 2 minutes, a few timeouts down. Maybe they got one timeout and they need a touchdown, and then he throws a pick six, dude.
No, I totally believe that'll happen, but I'm just saying you have a better chance that Winston will bring you to the 30 than Taysom Hill, who will probably like 3 and out, and then it's 4th and 10, and you don't complete it, and now the game is totally over because now you had to turn over on downs. You didn't even get downfield. Now we're already in field goal range type of situation. I mean, first down away from time. I'm saying if they're trying to go down the field, you got to go Jameis Winston. If I have time on the clock and I can scramble around and just have an open playbook and it's not just strictly like pass plays and like screens, I'll go Taysom Hill all day. But it's gonna be Jameis Winston when they have to go downfield easy. Why you trust Taysom Hill more?
No.
Starting on your own 20 with 3 minutes left, who's gonna march you down that field?
No, I don't think
Jameis Winston will throw a pick six. You are totally right. I'm not even saying that you're wrong at all, but Jameis Winston will put you down there. Where Taysom Hill, I don't think will even get you past the 50.
I think the Panthers. I think the Panthers at number 6 might draft a quarterback, and I think Teddy Bridgewater might be going back to the Saints.
Well, I hope the Panthers don't hear that because that would be the best case scenario for the Panthers because Teddy Bridgewater trumps both Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. Facts. And then what? You're going to trade down for a Trey Lance, which I see people are high on Trey Lance. I am not high on Trey Lance at all. I don't think Trey Lance can read a defense that well. His arm game is suspect, but the man can run. I'll give him that. And he's a bulky body, and he can take some shots, but that does not get you far in the NFL, as we've seen through most run-first quarterbacks. So I would say that would be good for the Saints, but why would the Panthers want to help with the Saints like that, especially when you have to play? Well, you're gonna trade him back to the Saints and then play him twice a year, and he's gonna beat your ass twice a year. I don't know, Panther fans.
It's not like Bridgewater's like really good that dominant, dude.
It's not.
Hey, Cat without the hat. Thank you so much. Hang on 1 second, Dan. Thank you so much for coming by, Cat. Remember Cat, Dan? He was here the last time, hanging out with us.
Yeah, Cat without the hat.
I hope you have a great night. Good luck with your guerrilla gardening. I look forward to seeing what you got going on over there. But go ahead, Dan.
Oh no, that's all I really had because I don't think it would be dumb of the Panthers to do that, and it makes them even look more dumb if they were to do that because that's a rivalry team. Me personally, I would never want to trade anybody that I think of value to a person that is in my division that I have to play twice a year. You know what I'm saying? Not even the NFC. Yeah, the NFC is okay, but like a team that I have to play twice a year every single year. I am not going to give you one, a quarterback, and two, an above average quarterback because I'll give Teddy Bridgewater that. I think Teddy Bridgewater's a little timid because of how the injury is, which kind of scares me about Dak because that could be the way that Dak might become. He might become Teddy Bridgewater 2.0. And just like RG3 also did not, seems kind of timid back there too. But he's gotten like a lot of injuries as well, not just freak big injuries as Teddy and Dak got. So I find it a little different, but I just do not see the Panthers just giving Teddy Bridgewater back to the Saints. Unless the Saints are offering a lot.
I was just throwing a hot take out there. But
unless the Saints are going to Ricky Williams them again like they already did, and they already seen how that worked out on them, and trade all them fucking picks just to get Ricky Williams for him just to suck on that team and just be great on the Dolphins and not on that team, that would look foolish again on the Saints organization. So I would not go with that one.
Real quick, because one thing I want to do before
I don't even call that a hot take.
Before we close up, I want to go over the remaining free agents, but before we do that, I just wanted to get on one a couple more signings that one team has done, which is the New York Jets. Man, the New York Jets have actually made some pretty decent signings this offseason trying to fill those holes. I know we were talking earlier saying how they weren't the past few years they haven't really put anything around Sam Darnold, which I still believe Sam Darnold will be gone despite the signings we see, which we got one here I think is a pretty good signing, Corey Davis. Holy crap, that is I'm looking at it, dude. That's kind of a lot of money. That's kind of a lot of money for Corey Davis, especially the career.
What's the money? I didn't actually see the money.
Well,
but
hang
Corey
on.
Davis they definitely need a receiver.
Let me finish my thought. With the career that Corey Davis has had, I was really high up on Corey Davis, and obviously so were the Titans to take him at number 5 overall in 2015 or 2017. I think it was 2017, but he has not really lived up to that expectation of being a number 5 overall pick. But they certainly paid him like he has. So 3 years, $12.5 million average, right? Which, okay, you think, oh no, whatever. 37.5 total, 27 million guaranteed for 3 years. So guaranteed $9 million a year. So that's probably 2 years. If it's a 3-year contract and 27 of the 37 is guaranteed, they have 2 years guaranteed, and they would only save 10 million if they cut him, 10.5 million if they cut him at the after the second year. But that's a lot of money, dude. $12.5 million for Corey Davis.
Yeah, but you know how the Jets are, big spenders in the free agency, and how many really good receivers were in the free agency to begin with.
And then look at this. So okay, now that I'm looking at this, I was giving the Jets some credit. They're good signings, and the Jets have money. Don't get me wrong, the Jets have money. And it's like I said earlier, if you have the money, spend it. But I mean, dude, so they signed Carl Lawson, the edge rusher from Cincinnati, who is a good player.
Yeah, he's not bad.
And if CJ Mosley comes back healthy, that defense is already pretty damn good, even without Jamal Adams. That defense is pretty good.
Yeah, Mays really stepped up that. Yeah. It kind of made it seem like he kind of looked like he made Jamal Adams look a little better than he is, because like Jamal Adams, I thought was more of like a ball hawker and but could also do like linebacker, safety.
Jamal Adams
seems like he's more like a linebacker.
Yeah, exactly. Jamal Adams was this weird linebacker where he's like kind of.
Yeah, the Cowboys just got Keanu Neal, which they're in like the same kind of category.
He's kind of like a run stopper / pass rusher. They use him on pass rushes a lot, which is not bad. Yeah. He's decent at pass rushing. But Carl Lawson,
safety, you think they're going to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Carl Lawson is a good signing by them, but again,
Carl Lawson is a good signing.
We got 3 years, $45 million, bro. 30 of that guaranteed.
Yeah, they definitely overpaid. They definitely overpaid. They did make some moves.
The thing is, the Patriots overpaid.
The problem is, DQ. This is what the problem is. Little sneak peek of some draft talk that we're gonna talk about later here on this here between the laces. But what I gotta tell you here is, dude, they're gonna go fuck it all up again, because what are they gonna do with that second pick overall? They're gonna take Zach Wilson.
Well, dude, the thing is, the Patriots overspent too, and maybe it's just name recognition, whatever. But I feel like
it's the same thing though. Too. They have all that money. They have all that money as well.
Yeah, Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry. I mean, maybe not the Nelson Aguilar or Kendrick Bourne signings by them, but
no,
the tight end signings were good.
That Nelson Aguilar pick was not bad at all. Not a bad pick at all.
No, they did pay him a lot though. They paid him a lot, especially for the Patriots, especially for Nelson Aguilar. I know he had a good season.
But they were showing what they were doing this year. I mean, they said we're gonna go out there and go get it. You know what I mean? They're not playing the same ball that they usually play. Jonnu Smith, though, dude. You want to know a little fun fact, DQ?
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith had more receiving touchdowns than Cam Newton threw last year. Jonnu Smith had 8 receiving touchdowns, and Cam Newton threw like 7.
No, Cam Newton threw 8, and 3 of them were the last game against the Jets, bro.
Oh, he did throw 8? Oh, so Jonnu Smith had as many receiving touchdowns as Cam Newton threw.
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith is legit. I like Jonnu Smith. I like him a lot. And you know what they're doing now? They're going back to that old way. They're going back to their old ways, though. They're going back to the ways with a double tight end.
Him and Hunter Henry at the same time.
I know. That's why they're going back to the double tight end with the Gronk and R.I.P. Mr. Aaron Hernandez.
Oh,
I mean, even before that, it was like the Ben Coates. Oh no, I mean not Ben Coates. I'm sorry. It was the Ben Watson and Ben Watson and fucking like Daniel Graham. You know what I mean? Like they made good out of running them like little tight end sections.
But I think, especially real quick, just so I can wrap this up, is that I think the Jets, if they do end up drafting a quarterback at number 2, which they probably will, I think these are really good signings to try to build around a young quarterback. And one, because like I said, I want to get to the free agents that are still remaining and where we think they might go and what kind of money they might make. But one more free agent signing. Well, not really a free agent signing. This is a re-signing, but I think the numbers are really interesting because it's kind of telling of this player's future with this organization, and that's Juju Smith-Schuster signed a 1-year deal, $8 million. That's kind of low. Like we said, we just saw Corey Davis, who I'd say is not even as good as Juju Smith-Schuster, which I think they were taken in the same draft class, but Juju was a 3rd-round pick, not number 5 overall. And
was Juju 3rd or was Juju 2nd? I think Juju might have been 2nd.
Juju might have been a 2nd-round pick. Yeah, you're right.
Respect on his name, he might have been 2nd.
But either way,
Juju Smith. Yeah, I agree.
Corey Davis is set to make $4.5 million more than him, but he only signed a 1-year deal, and it kind of sounded like he was going to hit free agency, like he was done with Pittsburgh anyway. So how much do you think Big Ben was a factor? Like, hey, I'm playing 1 more year, man. Come on, dude. Antonio's gone. Le'Veon's gone. Everybody around me, like I see on here, Villanueva is a free agent now. So there's
he might go back though. He might go back.
There's people leaving, and you think Big Ben maybe turn around and said in Juju's ear, like, hey, dude, I know you're trying to get the fuck out of here, but I'm just sticking around for 1 more year. Just please hang around 1 more year, be my number 1 receiver.
100%.
And he's gonna be on another team next year, right?
100%. You hit it right on the nail, DQ. You hit it right on the nail. Because first of all, listen to this. I don't know if you heard this, but I'm gonna tell you what I heard. Like I'm like Stephen A. Smith, so I'm like I know important people. But what I've read, I read that not only did the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens offer him more money and years than the Steelers, and he still decided to go to the Steelers. There's only one reason he wants to stay on the Steelers. I think the world of Juju Smith. I didn't like the whole TikTok shit, the whole TikTok dancing shit. I think that was like kind of lame. But he's a young dude, you know what I mean? That's like, you know what I mean, that's how it is nowadays. Like the TikTok shit, like you know, everybody loves the TikTok, whether you do it or not. You know, people love the TikTok.
Yeah, the TikToks were big when I was young too.
Yeah, exactly. So it had to be 100% Ben. I don't even know if Ben even talked to him. I think it's just he knows that, because you know too that Ben Roethlisberger is going to go to the Hall of Fame. No?
Yeah, 2-time Super Bowl champion.
So to play with a Hall of Fame quarterback, and just at least start your career with a Hall of Fame quarterback, and you're like you're still very young. You're still you can even get better. You know what I mean? Like Juju Smith might not even hit. He might not even have hitting his ceiling yet, and he's a solid receiver, right?
Yeah,
I would agree. He's a solid receiver, and I would say he's way better than Corey Davis. Deserves way more money than Corey Davis, and he's much much better. But at the same time, I do respect how Juju handles it, because I have to say you hit it right. Exactly, you hit it right on the nail. Right on the head, dude. 100%. I think he's only staying that 1 year. He's going to play with Ben, and then Ben's going off in the sunset. Whatever his record is, whether he has a great year like he did last year and then gets his ass kicked by the Browns in the playoffs, doesn't matter what happens. He's going to play this year, and then when this year's over, I think Ben's gone, and then I think Juju's will be gone too.
Yeah.
100%. I would bet money on that. I would bet money on that.
So we got Willie Grow in the house. He said TikTok sucks. What's going on, Willie Grow? Thank you so much for coming by.
Of course, TikTok sucks. This isn't the infamous.
Yeah. This is
isn't the infamous Zhuang.
Yeah, this is a Zhuang. Yep.
Should we start talking about the Bills stuff then?
Should we talk about the Bills? Nah. We're talking about the free agents. It's okay.
Want to get Billy and Billy? All right.
So. Yeah, Juju Smith-Schuster is a good receiver, dude. But I think
honestly is I said that Corey Davis was the best free agent wide receiver, but I totally forgot that Juju was a free agent because he signed back to the Steelers, so I thought they just re-signed him. You know what I mean? But Juju
Oh,
Smith is probably
how
the best receiver in the free agency.
how could we almost stop talking about this without mentioning the signings, the big signings by the Arizona Cardinals, dude? J.J. Watt, freaking A.J. Green. I mean, A.J. Green's gonna be out all year, but those are some pretty big name signings, man.
Good.
Just wanted to touch.
That was nice, Slayer. What do you
Thank you.
mean? What do you mean? What? JJ Watt's gonna play the whole year?
No, but he's not gonna be out the entire season, dude. I mean, A.J. Green hasn't played since what, 2018?
AJ Green played last year. He just didn't really see him because he didn't do much. But I mean, they went and made flashy moves. Is that really going to help their team? Probably not. I wouldn't say it's going to help them at all.
So Dan,
old veterans that they pay too much. I told you. I was the first person to tell you, wasn't I, DQ? When the J.J. Watt got signed to the Cardinals, wasn't I the first person to tell you that?
what? Yeah, you did. Yeah.
With that ridiculous amount of money that I said he was getting paid to, it was like 31 or 41 million for 2 years.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's absurd.
And he's gonna play 3 games this year. I bet you the over under. I hope there's betting on that because if it's he'll play 6 or more, I'm betting.
There's betting on everything, bro. There's betting on everything.
Good. I'm gonna look up the fucking bet that JJ Watt, how many games he plays this year.
I bet you if you go to, I bet you in Rhode Island, you can go to Twin River, dude, in fucking Tiverton and places.
Actually, I'll probably take AJ Green. That's probably a more safer bet. Depending on the games.
It's definitely a safer bet.
Yeah, but you want to know something? If AJ Green say God blesses him and his legs, and says AJ Green, you're gonna play a whole full season. That's DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green. Did Larry Fitzgerald didn't retire yet, right?
No, but he's a free agent.
He's gonna come back in. They're gonna sign him back just for like minimal money because he already fucking wasted his whole career there anyway. Might as well go back for one more year.
Andy Isbell
and Christian Kirk. Nah, fuck Andy. Really, I can't even see no field if fucking Larry Fitz comes back. I'll take fucking 30. I'll take 41-year-old Larry Fitzgerald over fucking that kid. Andy Isabella,
yeah.
Yeah, Andy Isabella.
So, Danny, let's get into, speaking of free agents, let's get into some still available free agents. This one's a big name here. 32 years old, wide receiver. He is now a Super Bowl champion, Dan. He's also a perpetrator of domestic violence and
must be the clown.
Things. The clown Brown, Antonio the Clown Brown. Where do you think he ends up, if anywhere?
Seahawks,
huh?
Seahawks. Russell Wilson is advocating.
Have a good night.
Russell Wilson is advocating for him. It has to be Seahawks.
If not the Seahawks, then nowhere.
Back to Tampa Bay for a very, 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 very minimal contract. Because you know what Tom Brady did? Tom Brady said, he found the little broken winged little bird outside of his house. That is Antonio Brown. He scooped him up. He said, hey, I'm going to take care of you. We're going to work your wing. You know what I mean? And now he's like, he let him go. Like, oh, hey, look, Antonio, look, we won a Super Bowl. And now he's going to let him fly. There he goes. But then he might fly back home. You know, he thinks home is like, you know what I mean? When like everything is not working out, he might just fly home and just stay with Papa. So I go Seattle 1, Tampa Bay 2, and you want to know for my 3? If I have to put a third team on it, you know where he goes to, DQ? This is going to blow your mind. What do you think is the last place that Antonio Brown would go?
You tell me.
Steelers.
No.
Back to the Steelers to end it all. On a last hurrah. Him and Ben, they kiss on the mouth like Tom Brady does.
Dude,
they get fucking sexual with it. Juju signed back. They go all out, dude. They go fucking. They win every game this year. They go undefeated, lose to the Browns again in the first round, but they all kissed at the end. Call it a great time. And they all just run off in the sunset. One becomes a fucking One becomes a Hall of Famer, and then the other one is probably will be selling his Tampa Bay Super Bowl ring for rocks later. I'm just kidding. I don't want to get like flagged or anything bad to be said to me after saying that.
All right,
Just
so
being funny. Ha!
so you want to hear where I think he's gonna go?
Where's he gonna go?
All right, so
I'm listening.
he's gonna go really cheap to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that's not bad. I see that.
He's gonna go
Chasing
really.
rings, are we? Is that
Yo.
what we're doing? We're chasing rings?
Of course, dude, he's 32 years old, bro, and he knows that with his off the field shit, he's just bound to fucking.
He's foolish because I think the Bills will beat the Bills are gonna beat the Chiefs next year, and then he can't go back to the Bills anyway because he already treated the Bills so poorly when they received him, and he said, "I'll never play in Buffalo."
Dude, I forgot all about that.
So he can't come back. He's not allowed back. He's the only him and OJ Simpson are the only people that are not allowed to play on the Bills anymore.
And Scott Norwood.
Anybody else can come back, but he can't play. Oh no, yeah, and what was the kicker's name?
Scott Norwood.
And Scott Norwood. Scott Norwood is not allowed. He's not allowed in Buffalo, actually. So, like OJ Simpson could probably stroll down a nice board, like a nice little like city way of Buffalo, and he'll be fine. He might even take some pictures and sign some autographs. But Scott Norwood will get beheaded.
What's up, Buffalo World? All right,
Pretty
so
sure Scott Norwood lives in like another like place. Probably lives in New Zealand.
so
We know you live in fucking New Zealand, Scott Norwood, and we're coming for you.
this next guy, this next free agent is a former number 1 overall pick who has been on 3 teams in the last 2 seasons, going into his 3rd season with a potential 4th team. And that man is another clown, but he's a clown knee, Jadeveon.
Jadeveon's still not signed?
Jadeveon is still not signed, bro. And to be honest with you, I think Jadeveon ends up going to a place like Miami, bro.
First of all, I like that. I like Miami. I'm not gonna go Miami, but I like Miami. I respect the Miami answer. But you want to know something?
The tie-in with Flores and Vrabel.
First of all, Jadeveon Clowney, out of any NFL player in the league, from fucking practice squads to fucking 7th round picks to number 1 overall picks, which Jadeveon Clowney used to be, you need to literally, bro, you need to fire your agent, dude, because you are not doing good out there, man. Like, it's not looking good out there, man, for you. It's always you at the end of the day, like, oh, I'm worth this, I'm worth that. It never like comes down to that way. But with that said, I think Jadeveon Clowney next year, and I'll bet you $3.50, aka $3.50. I bet you $3.50, DQ, that Jadeveon Clowney signs to the Indianapolis Colts.
Jadeveon Clowney to the Colts. He stays in the AFC side. Yeah.
Jadeveon Clowney to the Colts. And I bet you $3.50.
So
shake it. Virtually shake it.
No. You no. He's going to Miami, bro.
Miami?
Mm-hmm.
All right. If he goes to Miami, I give you $3.50. If he goes to Indianapolis, you give me $3.50. And if he goes somewhere else, nobody gets nothing. Deal?
So I like it. All right.
Deal?
I like it.
All right.
So this guy here, I don't know if this is correct because I heard his name and I thought he had got signed, but maybe he's still available. Curtis Samuel?
No.
He got signed?
No, yeah. Curtis Samuel?
Yeah, not Debo
Curtis Samuel went to our friend. What did you say his name was? Ryan Morales? Is that his name?
Oh, he went to the football team?
He went to the Washington football team, and he joined his long lost buddy over there, who he played on the Ohio State Buckeyes with, and that is Terry. Was it Terry McLaurin?
McLaurin.
How do you say his last name? McLaurin,
yeah.
McLaurin. Yeah, so Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel used to be on Ohio State. They were both wide receivers on that team at one point. Now they're both teammates on the Washington football team.
Yeah, I don't think this is accurate. I think they stopped updating this because now it's saying Melvin Ingram. Melvin Ingram also got signed, didn't he?
I have no clue about Melvin Ingram. Where did he go?
I'm pretty sure he went to Las Vegas or something like that, or the Chiefs.
I haven't seen anything or heard of anything about Melvin Ingram. I have to look back at my stuff. I haven't looked it up. But yeah, because Curtis Samuel a couple of days ago, maybe like 3 days ago signed to the Washington football team.
So here's a guy that's been linked.
So here's a guy.
Here's a guy.
Dylan
exactly.
Collinsworth.
Yeah,
Would
exactly.
you say Dylan Collinsworth? You said to me. Here's a guy.
Now here's a guy. So now here's a guy who's been linked to both the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills, and I really hope that Bills thing is more of just a stupid fan rumor thing, but they're a little slow. It's all right. Sammy Watkins, dude, he's still a free agent, I believe, at least according to this, and at least from what I heard on the radio.
If I was a respected member of the Bills Mafia, I would not want Sammy Watkins.
No, I don't want Sam. Nobody.
He's not welcome back. You know what I mean? I like to think of you guys as like, if you leave, you ain't coming back. You know what I mean? It's one of like those. That's how I feel how like the Bills Mafia is anyway. Sam Watkins, huh? So we're predicting where Sam Watkins can go?
I know where Sammy Watkins is going.
I can see Sammy Watkins going to Seattle.
First. Nope.
Seattle.
Nope. Sammy Watkins is headed up north to the AFC with the Baltimore Ravens, bro, to go with Hollywood Brown.
Why? Do you see something that's linked to that, or that's just your guess?
I'm just saying that, dude.
All right, so back to the drawing board. The tree fitty bet. Like I said, if Sammy Watkins goes to the Ravens, I give you tree fitty.
I just think the Ravens is a good fit. I think Ravens is a good fit for the Sammy Watkins to be alongside with the good fucking tight ends they got there, and then Hollywood Brown, who's like, he's coming into his own, but I don't really think he's like necessarily a number one receiver. I think he's the kind of guy who needs someone to complement him, and Sammy Watkins is definitely that complimentary piece. Also, not a number one receiver.
Like what say all right, and then I don't want to get into it. No, I was gonna say because like with Hollywood Brown, I think Hollywood Brown will be like the fucking best second receiver.
That's what I'm saying.
Give him like some nice possession, like bulkier receiver over there, and he's the speed. You will get the most production you could ever get out of him.
Yo, hey, we got Bobby. We got Bobby B-Head in the house. What's going up, Bobby B-Head? B-Head's outdoors. Thank you so much. He says Bengals. Joey Burrow is good, but other than that, look, my friend just left. He said Bengals, and he took off. Well, all right. Yeah, it's good to have you here. It was kind of unexpected. Oh, is he back in now? Oh, there he is.
A little bit.
What happened to you? You took off?
I hit the wrong button. I was trying to hit the cam button because I had to do something real quick.
Yeah, no, the Bengals are.
Bobby, my phone died. Ask him where he's from. Is he from Cincinnati?
I don't believe he's from Cincinnati. Where are you from?
I'm asking you to ask him. Like I'm not right here on the stream with you.
Where's he from? Australia.
B-Head. Where are you from, B-Head?
Bobby B-Head's not from Australia.
Wait, I'm thinking of Lucky Luke.
He said Sammy could go to the Bengals. Oh, I don't know. Bobby.
Sammy fucking Sammy Watson. Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins. Yeah, Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, that's actually good, dude. Hell yeah, that's smart. Yeah, he's not wrong, dude.
He's 60 miles east of Cincy.
You're a Bengals fan, aren't you, Ben?
Yeah, but you know what though? That's not totally unplausible, Bobby.
No, it's not. That's a good fucking pick, dude.
Hey, especially
ask him if he wants to go on the tree fitty because I'll get Venmo.
Ask him if
he wants to play the tree fitty. Deal or no deal?
Why are you asking me to ask him, bro? You ask him yourself.
I know. I keep forgetting. Listen, B-Heads.
He said he wants it all the way.
Deal or no deal? Tree fitty.
He said he wants it all the way.
To the Bengals. give you 350. If he doesn't go to the Bengals, you give me 350.
Dan, John Ross signed with the fucking with the Giants.
John Ross sucks.
Yeah, but he's on your rival, dude. So this one,
I don't care. Dude, when sucky people go to my teams and my rival, I love it. I get really excited. Like I just signed a really good player. That's what I feel like when that happens.
so this free agent that's still available is actually kind of interesting because this guy has been a big name in the NFL for years now, and he's actually still really good, dude. It's not like he's kind of fallen off or anything. It's just his contract came up, and they didn't re-sign him. Is KJ Wright, bro? KJ Wright's still available. He's out there.
You know what KJ Wright's been saying? Did you know what team that KJ Wright said he'd love to play for?
The same team
that you brought this up because I was gonna bring this up, but I was like, nah, it's not like big news, but it was just something that I heard and it was just something that I read. So you know who KJ Wright would love to play for, and he said he'd love to play for.
Let me guess. A team that a lot of players have said, "Come get me, bro," and they didn't.
And they
turn
never
around
get him.
and go get him.
That's
Yeah.
why he failed. That's where he failed. Because I would love KJ Wright on the Cowboys, which it was the Cowboys. Yes, you guessed correctly. It was the Cowboys that he wanted to come play for, and I would love open-armed bring KJ Wright because you know what KJ Wright does too. Don't forget, everybody thinks about the cornerbacks and the defensive backs DQ when they hear the Legion of Boom with the Dan Quinn shit. Because we got Dan Quinn back, but KJ Wright was part of the Dan Quinn. KJ Wright was right there with the Dan Quinn. KJ Wright was right there with that Dan Quinn.
He's a coverage linebacker, dude.
Because it's the defense. It's not just cornerbacks and defensive backs. It's not cornerbacks, safeties. There's linebackers, there's defense linemen, and KJ Wright said he would love to play for the Cowboys. He said it. He literally said it. And that's probably why Jerry Jones said, "Oh, you want to play for my team? Yeah,
it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
So
it's
Bobby
probably not gonna happen. Honestly, I don't think we will sign KJ Wright at all. I think I'll leave it like an 80% chance that we do not sign KJ Wright at all. But we should totally sign KJ Wright, just like I've been the last 2 years. And this year, especially when he could be so cheap because people are trying to race him right now.
So Bobby said, where's Juju going? He actually got re-signed a 1-year deal, $8 million. We were talking about that right before you came on, where we believe that Big Ben kind of pushed him to come back for 1 more year because Big Ben's probably going to say fuck it after this year, hang up his hat. And so he said, come on, dude, I know you want out of here. Just come back. I'm going to be out of here next year.
Give me one more year.
Exactly. So he's re-signed with the Steelers. Surprisingly, I thought Juju was going to go somewhere like Tennessee, to be honest with you, to be with not Hollywood Brown, AJ Brown. That would be a good duo. Imagine that, AJ Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster.
I feel like watch. Juju's gonna go somewhere like big lights. You know what I mean? Like next year. I don't even want to talk about it now because that's like a next year thing. But I'm just saying. I think Juju wants like big stardom. Juju seems like the kind of guy that doesn't want to just be rich from just only doing his like football thing. And I feel like Juju is like has his own shit like going on. I mean, he wants to make like a big thing of it. He wants to like really hit like the whole potential of his lifetime. I can see Juju in movies. Might even fuck around.
So what are you saying? Like LA, like the Chargers or the fucking or the Rams or something? The Rams honestly wouldn't be bad, especially with Stafford.
I don't know.
Robert Woods.
Because kind of like, you know what I think about too? Because like Juju seems like he respects legacy. You know what I mean? Because why would you want to just stay on the team, dude? Between me and you, DQ, the Steelers, they're falling apart now.
Oh, the Steelers, they're done. They're done. Look at what Bobby said.
Players are old as fuck, and they're gonna go down.
Look at what Bobby said.
They definitely did. They definitely need a good QB. But this year, dude, they could easily make the playoffs. Just like DQ was trying to make a fucking sass about the AFC NFC bullshit. There's 7 teams now. Like you really only need to win fucking 6-7 games to get in the playoffs.
If you're in the NFC, yeah.
Ah,
If you're in the AFC, you miss out with 7 seeds and 10 wins. Dude.
No. It's gonna be like that. We're giving out participation trophies to the bottom teams. They all get fluked out at the end, so I guess it's not too bad. But yeah, they could make the playoffs again next year.
So Dan, your team signed. You already mentioned it. Your team signed Keanu Neal and DeMonte Casey, a couple of Atlanta Falcons safeties. Now with your new defensive coordinator, who was the Falcons head coach at the beginning of last season, Dan Quinn, DQ, another DQ.
What a surprise!
I know. It's almost
we signed Dan Quinn and we signed a bunch of fucking Falcon players. Wow. What a surprise.
Yo, there's a joke.
Fucking stupid, dude. Listen, I like the Keanu Neal sign. Honestly, I think Keanu Neal sucks. I do. I still to this day, he's gonna wear the cowboy star on his helmet, and I'm gonna still say you suck until he proves me better. But as a safety linebacker, like sub like nickel package thing that we're doing, like not nickel, but like you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like a nice sub in on certain packages. I like it because we already were hinting towards that with that shitty Nolan shit, but it didn't really work out. But Dan Quinn has proved himself as a great defense coordinator, is he not? Legion of Boom is iconic. That man still will go down in history. Even if he sucks this whole year as a defensive coordinator on our team, his Legion of Boom team, that's iconic. That's, you know what I mean? That's why it's called Legion of Boom. And you won't ever forget it, will you, DQ?
No, yeah.
Somebody asks you Legion of Boom, you know what that is.
Dude, but
of course, Dan Quinn made it. So, listen. And I like that because we have linebacker needs and we have safety needs. So if one can do both for 1 year and 4 years, even if he's like trash at it, I ain't even gonna be mad about it because it's not like we went Justin Simmons style, which I'm not saying Justin Simmons is bad. I'm saying if we spent that much money on Justin Simmons and then he was over here getting burnt the whole time, I'd be fucking heated. So those guys are gonna play both sides, but I don't like the KZ. The KZ hurts me. The KZ kills me. I want Malik Hooker. I want a fucking number 1 drafted safety.
So the reason,
which does not happen unless you're a really good safety. You have to be a good safety.
So the reason I brought that up, the Neal and Casey signing,
not Kaiser. Kaiser, when Kaiser gets burnt, I'm gonna be all over this fucking podcast. Whatever this is, I'm gonna be all over this. I'm gonna be fucking yelling at it. I'm gonna be spitting on my camera because I'm gonna be so mad because I know he's not about it. Because I watched the Cowboys. We have shitty secondary. The Falcons, they have shitty secondary. And we signed 2 Falcons. Does that make us a better secondary? No. That's shitty secondary.
The reason I brought up the KZ and Neal signing was because I was going to say to you, guess who is still a free agent? Malik Hooker. That's why I brought that up.
You, dude. Fuck you. Don't tell me about
what
it.
The hell, dude? I was trying to make a segue, and you went into a 10-minute spiel about it. I couldn't even.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, because you tried to make a fucking big deal about it. Yeah, I know Malik Hooker's out there. I want Malik Hooker. You fucking asshole. I wish I had Malik Hooker.
All I did was say who you guys signed, and you turned around and friggin' made a big deal about it.
I honestly don't know where Malik Hooker is going to go. I think people are sleeping on Malik Hooker so bad.
Where do you think?
And I hope he gets signed somewhere and gets a chance to play again.
Oh.
And I hope his Achilles is good so he can be the number 1 draft pick that he was. Because Malik Hooker was a damn good safety his first year.
I know where Malik Hooker's going.
And the second year. And then he tears his Achilles and they just leave him alone. I get it. It's a bad injury. That's hard to come back from. I get it. But if he comes back from it, he's going to be solid.
I know where Malik Hooker's going. Malik Hooker's going to Minnesota
to play on the side of Harrison. Was Harrison Smith? The white boy?
Harrison Smith, yep.
It's not a bad fit. I'll agree to that. I'll agree to that because I really don't know. I really don't know where he's gonna go. I don't know if he's even gonna get signed because he should have gotten signed already. You know what I mean?
So
There's
Bobby
other guys
said,
that are working with like deals, but that's not the same.
Bills are
Malik
back
Hooker,
in
you know?
contention next year. They are a force. I truly believe if Bengals get an offensive line to protect Burrow, they can beat Pittsburgh and make it to the playoffs. Yeah, the offensive line is huge, man. Josh Allen's rookie year was really rough. We had the second worst offensive line in the league, and I know you guys had a pretty bad offensive line last year, hence your quarterback going down just over halfway through the season with a pretty bad injury. After getting hit by another really good rookie, Chase Young. But the offensive line is huge. And then after that is obviously building with weapons around him. You know, Green's gone, Ross is gone. So they're pretty much starting off fresh with rebuilding around Joe Burrow.
No. Their best receiver last year was Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd's not number one wide receiver. So what? He's going
to be the number one receiver. He is the number one receiver.
They need more than Boyd, bro.
Of course, you need more than Boyd. Of course, you need more than
Boyd. Bobby B thinks you're a Seattle fan, bro. He's wondering if you're a Seattle fan.
No, not at all. Cowboy fan. I'm sorry, Bobby. But you're giving off the
12th man vibe, bro, right now.
No, you know what it is? No, because I wanted Russell Wilson. I did not want Dak Prescott. I wanted Russell Wilson. I wanted a man that wins MVPs. I want a man that won a Super Bowl. I don't want the guy that makes it to playoff games and wins one playoff game. Oh, first loses a playoff game and then the next one lose. But listen, he loses playoff games. I don't like it. And I don't know if he's about it, but got to deal with what I got to deal with right now. At the same time, if we're talking about the Bengals, though, if the Bengals are smart and that Sewell falls to them, right, DQ? You can back me up on this. If you can get the Sewell, you want the Sewell.
Penny Sewell to the Bengals? Oh, hell yeah.
That's what you need. You need to protect Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow is one of a kind. Joe Burrow pulled off some Cam Newton shit. I'm not gonna lie.
He said Dak is back.
Joe Burrow really literally did what Cam Newton did. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna transfer him from this college. Now it's my time. I can play." And then you gotta wait a year too when you transfer. You have to wait a year. I don't know if you know about that, DQ. You have to wait a year when you get transferred to play for another college team. So you have to wait that year. So Joe Burrow waits the year. Cam Newton waits the year. Cam Newton goes out there and he kills it on Auburn. He wins the whole title. He wins the national championship game, MVP of the national championship game. He's the man. You know what I mean? Goes number one overall. Right? Now listen to me. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was the third string quarterback on the Ohio State Buckeyes. You still listen to me, DQ?
Behind who? Dwayne Haskins?
Listen to me. Joe Burrow.
Dwayne Haskins?
Joe Burrow, third string quarterback on the Ohio State team. He transfers over to the LSU Tigers. You got to wait the year. When you transfer, you have to wait a year. You can't play the next year when you transfer. You got to wait 1 year. So he transfers to LSU. LSU goes undefeated. I don't know if Auburn went undefeated. I don't know if Cam went undefeated. I think Cam went undefeated too. Whatever though. He went undefeated or lost one game. But Cam, whatever. Cam, right? So then Joe goes undefeated. Now his playoff games. Before that, when Cam Newton played, you would just, if you were a number one seed, you got to play. You didn't have to go play playoff games and like college playoff games. Joe Burrow plays college playoff games. First game. Lights it the fuck up. Lights it up, dude. He fucking killed that team. And that's a good fucking team that he beat, too. Fucking killed it. And then he wins the fucking Super Bowl. The college Super Bowl. And then goes 1-1. He is like Cam Newton. But I think Joe Burrow is better than Cam Newton. Joe Burrow needs protection because Cam Newton can just take off. Cam Newton's built like a linebacker. He can just run. I mean, he just go off and go do his thing. Easy, you know what I'm
You
saying?
know who reminds me of Cam Newton early in his career? Josh Allen, like just being able to fucking body people, 6'5", like fucking push
Yeah,
them
Josh
over.
Allen's got that trait too. But Josh Allen needs to get away from that, or it's gonna end like him.
No, he this past year he got a lot smarter, like sliding and like whatever. He still takes unnecessary hits.
But like what I'm saying though, like I'm saying that he could be legit. He could be legit.
Who, Burrow?
But
Yeah.
no, like I think Joe Burrow can be legit. You need to build around him. And it's not receiver at all. It's even not receiver. It's lineman. He needs linemen. They have none.
No, that's what I
They
said. You
have
start.
none at all.
That's
And
what I
that's
said.
why
You start with linemen,
Sewell,
and
if
then
they get Sewell right now, they'll be killing it this draft.
that's what I said. You start with linemen, and then after the linemen, you gotta get some weapons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 'Cause who is this? Who asked that question?
It's
Because
Behead,
it comes back
Bobby Behead.
because
said-
Bobby.
Oh, I don't know
And
about
Bobby,
that. He said,
if you're a Bengals fan, you want Sewell.
dude, look what he
You
said. He said
need
Joe
Sewell.
Burrow. He said Joe Burrow's another Peyton Manning. I don't know about that, buddy. That's a little bit
He
much.
could be. He honestly could be, but you guys don't build around him. You have no receivers, you have no linemen, and your defense is trash, which Peyton Manning's defense was trash too. So good for you. You're already there now. But you need to build. So Sewell, where you fucking build. This is a wide receiver and cornerback filled draft. You need to take a wide receiver and you need to take a cornerback.
Penei Sewell's from what? Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Dude, I think Sewell's gonna be a great offense tackle. I know he has like so much like like some people have like too much build to them. Like it's too much like you know what I mean, like getting like too much love and they don't like get out to that part. But I think Sewell is that guy. I think Sewell is a great offense lineman. I've been watching tape on him. Going up against like he obviously doesn't go against like all like the great defensive linemen in the draft, but I looked up some of the defensive linemen that he goes up to, and I looked at it just like overall tape. Like Sewell's the real deal. Like Sewell, I think is going to be a great offensive lineman for years to come. That could be a decade. Like it's a cornerstone too, because you need line. People like little kids and stuff that think it's flashy. They love the running backs, the quarterbacks, the wide receivers, like people that like make the points. But it's the offensive line that makes that shit run. It's the defensive line that helps your team. You know what I mean? Like everybody tries to sleep on linemen, but lineman keeps the fucking cog rolling. Would you say, DQ?
Yo.
Exactly. Dude, I think they're gonna get Sewell. I think Sewell's gonna drop to them at 5, which is silly. I think Sewell is the first best, the best player in the draft. I think is Sewell, and then number 2, I'm gonna go Trevor Lawrence because I think Trevor Lawrence is like a whole another thing. But I won't go into that now because that's for another stream. And that's when we do draft talk. But
so
the Bengals could do great. The Bengals could do great. There's a lot of great things the Bengals could be doing.
We're gonna do a couple. We're gonna do a couple more, and then we're gonna wrap this up because we're getting close to 2 hours now. But
has it been 2 hours?
We're getting close. We're getting close. So,
but look at the clock, Coach. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. So we got. I'm trying to pick some good ones here. Oh, I didn't even realize that Hassan Reddick signed with the Panthers. That's a good sign right there.
Dude, sneaky sign. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talked about it at all.
That's a great signing.
Look how much money he got signed for too. Does it say how much money he got signed for?
Yeah, 1 year, $6 million, bro.
Dude, facts. That was great, dude.
He's trying to have a prove it year.
I think Hassan Reddick is a good linebacker. Very solid.
Great. Hassan Reddick is a beast, dude. If you watch his tape, he's nasty, dude.
Dude, Hassan Reddick is not bad at all. Just to rent him out for 1 year, that's cool.
I just saw that.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Panthers. That's a good signing.
Great signing by the Panthers. Dude, Hassan Reddick, watch. You watch. Hassan Reddick's going to play 1 year on the Panthers, right? So next year he'll be a free agent again. they're gonna sign him up long term. They're gonna give him a fatty. They're gonna like a 4 or 5 year contract to stay on the Panthers because he's gonna go off. Hassan Reddick was nice on the Cardinals.
Well, he's gonna
He
have
was
a year.
nice on the
He's
Cardinals.
gonna have a year like Shaq Barrett's first year with the Buccaneers.
Not that good, but it'll be good.
Not that good.
Well, Shaq Barrett does like defensive end / linebacker shit. I mean, he's not always like blitzing. You know, what I mean, he's actually like he's an underrated coverage linebacker too. You know, what I mean, he can cover too. Like Hassan Reddick, that was like I was actually appalled to see that Hassan Reddick got signed so low. That was a good one. Great fucking thing to bring up, DQ, because I was so fucking surprised that he would get picked.
Listen to this one, dude. The Panthers are stealing it, bro. They signed Hassan Reddick to a 1 year, $6 million deal. They signed Denzel Perryman to a 2 year, $6 million deal.
Denzel Perryman's not as good as Hassan Reddick.
No, but dude, that's a great deal too.
That's a great deal too. Getting all your money's worth right there. That's nice. You know what I mean? That was a good sign too. They're gonna be better on defense.
So real quick, I know like just this other signing that I saw, which is a good signing too. 1 year, $4.25 million to Karis McKinley to the Browns.
McKinley went to the Browns?
Yeah, bro.
Didn't he just get drafted like 2 years ago to the Falcons?
Yeah, and then apparently he was on the Raiders last year. I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
I think they traded him to the Raiders.
I don't know. That seems busty to me that he's just getting like tossed around like that. But he could save his life over here on the Browns right now, and because he's got Myles Garrett on the other side. That takes a lot of effort off his side. They already have a pretty good defensive line, even without him, and adding him like. I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns make a nice splash next year. They're definitely playing worthy.
Dude, the Browns. Do you know how soup Browns fans are that they made the playoffs? Like they're just happy that they beat the Steelers to get to the playoffs.
You can't stop there, Browns fans. You can't stop there, Browns fans. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Like I can see the Browns winning the NFC North next year. Easy.
B had said that the owners need to put money into the right place on the team for the Bengals. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it all comes down to is who's at the top between ownership and management.
It's gonna be tough for the Bengals though.
General manager.
The Steelers are about to die. After this year, the Steelers are gonna die. Ravens are still looking good. Browns are looking real good. Like it's gonna take a little bit for the Bengals because the Bengals they got to work on a lot of things. That whole defense needs to be revamped.
Bobby, look at Buffalo Bills. Look at Josh Allen from year 1 to year 3. If by Joe Burrow's 3rd or 4th year, you guys should be good. You guys should be a pretty good team in the NFL. At least wild card worthy in the playoffs.
You guys got the quarterback. You guys have the quarterback.
I'll say this about Joe Burrow.
You need to build. You need to build around it. And I know taking that tackle in the first round, if they take the kid from Oregon, already going in a good direction.
I'll say this about Joe Burrow is I feel like that kid has the spirit of a winner, dude. Like he wants to win.
He does not give fucks. He does not give fucks, and he's about it. And I do appreciate it, and I love that. Joe Burrow's a winner. He's just a winner. He does not like to lose. This is like his first ever losing season since high school and being in college was this year, which he missed a lot of the year too with the injury and stuff, which is a bad injury to come back from. But the man's a winner. Joe Burrow strives to win. I do respect Joe. I respect the shit out of Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is a great fucking player. And you got to build around him. If you don't build around him, you can't do much. If you can get Peniel, what is that? Peniel Sewell? Is that how you say? Is that his first name? Peniel?
No,
Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
You get Penei Sewell. You're helping out your offensive line. And if you can sign, even if you can sign the same Watkins, fuck it, throw it in there. That's only going to make it better for Joe. You know what I mean? So
let's go.
They can build. You got to build, though.
Let's go over 2 more here. We got Le'Veon Bell, right? So Le'Veon Bell is a free agent now, looking to be on his 4th team in the last that many years, 4 years.
Yep.
Went from the Steelers, took a year off from football, went on the Jets where he was just getting sacked. I'd never seen a running back get sacked in my life, but I saw it then. And then he went to the Chiefs last year, made it to the Super Bowl, but just fell short of a championship. So I kind of think he's ring chasing at this point.
Yeah,
Dan,
definitely ring chasing.
and
Definitely ring chasing.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to a real contender. Obviously, the Bucks just re-signed Fournette. I feel like he would have been a good signing if they hadn't done that. But between Fournette and Rojo and all that, that's a lot. So I'm trying to think of like a real contender. Green Bay re-signed Aaron Jones, which was a great re-signing we didn't get to talk about. I was not expecting that. I thought for sure he was going somewhere.
Because if that man moved, Aaron Jones is pretty legit. I'll give Aaron Jones.
I thought Aaron Jones was going to go somewhere like the Bears, to be honest with you, or something.
Nah, you'd rather have a good offensive line, yeah. They don't have that over there.
So Le'Veon Bell, who do you think? Because I can't think. I'm trying to think of somebody.
Honestly, it's a shot in the dark. I'd go Seahawks, but what I feel like he's gonna go, I think he'll still go to Tampa Bay. He'll sign a little fucking baby deal to go to Tampa Bay. And he's gonna go over there and he's gonna try to join up with Tom Brady and he's gonna try to win the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay. I'd bet Tampa Bay. But Seahawks on the side. But I can still see him going to, even though all what you said, Rojo's there, they just signed by Fournette. I could see him going to Tampa Bay. They lost McCoy. Might as well bring in another ring chaser.
I'm trying to think, dude. It's hard because I'm thinking. It sounds crazy, but a lot of these players seem to be buying in. And I said this last year, and I was off. I'll admit it. But I think I might have been just a year off. I think people are thinking the Arizona Cardinals might be some kind of contender because why would they be signed to him? It's not even like they're throwing mad money around at these players either.
They just lost Kenny and Drake to the Raiders too, so
that's what I'm saying.
It's not a far-fetched deal at all.
Like I think that because I'm thinking like contender, but I'm thinking maybe like a dark horse.
I'm gonna go Tampa still. Still, even with Rojo signed and Fournette signed back, I'd probably go fucking. I'm still gonna go Tampa.
I'm gonna go Arizona. I think Arizona is a dark horse contender.
I like Arizona though. I like Arizona. It's not a bad pick. I got Seattle's the background though. Seattle in the background.
Yeah. Oh, Seattle for like a.
I said Seattle first, but I could totally see him going to Tampa Bay and just why not sign up on there? He could just be. He could basically just be fucking what LaShawn McCoy was last year. Just
the Jets also signed fucking Sheldon Rankins from the Saints. Yeah. The Jets.
Dude, didn't the Jets have Sheldon Rankins before?
No, the Browns. He was on the Browns.
The Jets never had Sheldon Rankins?
No. So, all right, I guess we'll do a couple more because I don't want to end on this guy, but I do want to talk about him. Is Alex Smith, man, comeback player of the year, and then was cut by the Washington Redskins. Football team. And he's still out there, man. Do you think he's going to end up on a team? I think he should just hang it up, dude. I think he should just call it quits.
I agree. He should just hang it up. If anybody calls him, I respect that team for doing it. I could see if he was to sign, if I have to say, if he was to sign to a team, I'd like to see Alex Smith try to take on the Bears, try to take over that quarterback spot because that's.
Even though they announced
Don't tell me Andy Dalton is the quarterback one right off the bat. I don't like that. I hate that. I feel bad for Bears fans to even hear that. Like Andy Dalton's not the one to take it over.
Oh, Ryan Morales. Ryan Morales is back, bro. He says he was just about to ask about Alex Smith, his boy there. He said Broncos maybe. Oh, that's not bad, but I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people say Broncos.
Bears, though. I'm going Bears. I'm gonna go Bears.
A lot of people say Broncos need a quarterback. I like Drew Lock. I know he's young, but
you like Drew Lock?
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's young. He's barely had a chance, bro. It was only his first year as a full start, like first full year as a starter. They have a lot of talent around him. Cortland Sutton was hurt. If Cortland Sutton's healthy, they got Jerry Jeudy. They got Noah Fant. They got a pretty decent offensive line, dude. They drafted mad first-round offensive lineman, dude. Garrett Bowles, fucking. There's other ones too that I can't think of right now, but and their defense isn't that bad. I don't think the Broncos necessarily need a quarterback the way people think that they need a quarterback. But Alex Smith wouldn't be bad to have in the quarterback room. And as a veteran presence, as a backup, that's what I think is if a team does sign Alex Smith, it's going to be like with the understanding that he's going to be there just to kind of be a mentor and whatever, which maybe that would kind of push him into retirement. Because why would you want to? Well, I don't know. Maybe you come back for the paycheck, take that nice little paycheck, take a nice little relaxing year, spend it for the most part in the film room, and then you're geared up on game day, but you understand that you're just going to be the backup, so that way your wife's not having a panic attack every Saturday night, going to bed. Freaking the look on her face when he took the field last year, dude. She literally looked like she was gonna. Oh my god. So
honestly, not to be rude, but I don't care what Alex Smith's wife cares. I think Alex Smith should still be a starting quarterback in the NFL. There's a lot of shitty quarterbacks in the NFL, and Alex Smith is better than some of them. I don't want to say most of them, but he's better than some of them. There is a starting chance out there for him.
So Alex,
he might take the backup role because he's like injury prone, but the man can still start.
Alex Smith, realistically, to me, I just don't see a place for him as a starter in the league right now. I don't see that team that would like maybe the Texans to go, but they have They signed Tyrod Taylor to be that same guy who is also
better than Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, but they're both injury prone. But Alex Smith's injury was so gruesome, dude.
Yeah, but he came out and played, and he did pretty well. He game managed. He didn't kill it, but he game managed.
Yeah.
Why can't he go play for the Saints? Go get yourself a little team over there.
Well, they got Jameis Winston now.
I'd rather have Alex Smith stop me at 3 minutes, try to work down the field, the score than Jameis Winston.
No, I hear you. I'd rather have Alex Smith too.
Yeah.
So there was somebody else that I was just thinking of. Oh, look, the Jets signed Marcus Joyner as well. Justin Houston's still a free agent.
Justin Houston's old as shit.
I know he is.
Justin Houston ain't going nowhere. He's going home.
He's going home. Fucking Desmond
He's too old, man. He's too old.
Desmond Trufant's still a free agent. Larry Fitzgerald's still free agent. Larry Fitzgerald, I wouldn't mind Larry Fitzgerald being in Buffalo, dude.
You don't deserve Larry Fitzgerald. He's gonna go back to the Cardinals, and then a mediocre career with a mediocre season.
We were just talking about fucking Alex Smith, dude, and then that made me think of somebody, but now I cannot remember because I'm
Fadil.
Yeah, Fadil, exactly. All right, so let's go over one more. Let's go over one more free agent here, and this guy is pretty good. He's fallen off a little bit. Oh, nice, thank God. All right, bro, it came back to me. It came back to me. This is what I wanted to talk about. I think this is a really interesting situation with Jacksonville having the number 1 overall pick with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, wouldn't have mattered even if they had the 2nd pick, 3rd pick. They were going to suck last year, and they would have had a top 5, top 10 pick guaranteed. But they would have had a new quarterback, is my point, going into 2021, and that leaves Gardner Minshew, who I think it's the same thing. What you were saying about Alex Smith, I think he could compete for a job in this league, dude. At least have the chance to compete. So I think Gardner Minshew is a real interesting case, man. What do you think about Gardner?
No. Gardner Minshew is the
Dude.
type of guy that could be like. He wasn't drafted as high, but he could be a Mariota. He could be a Winston. He's going to be a backup quarterback for the remainder of his
Dude,
lifetime.
Winston's a starter right now, bro. And teams are reaching out for
Yeah,
Mariota too.
Winston is the starter. Who said that Winston is the starter?
He's the starter of the Saints. They named him the starting quarterback. What do you think? It's gonna be Taysom Hill?
Yeah.
Come on now. What are you crazy?
I think it is. No.
No, definitely not. Gardner Minshew. All right, here's my prediction for Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew gets cut because he doesn't wanna fucking be
groom Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, there's nothing really to groom. He's going into his third year. He's still being groomed himself. You know what I mean? And freaking.
Well, I feel like they'll let Gardner Minshew play a couple games.
Nobody's gonna trade him. Nobody's gonna trade for him. So he's gonna end up getting cut, dude. I don't know. He's not gonna play a couple games for the Jaguars, dude. He's getting cut. He's getting cut the day after the draft, dude. He's getting cut the day after the draft. Yeah.
They're not just gonna plug. They're not gonna just plug him.
Minshew, I'll tell you
They're
what.
gonna at least make him fight for it. They're gonna at least make him fight for it, even if he fights for it and wins it. He's not
taking
it's not
a direct flight into Logan Airport, and he is going to look at the houses in the fucking Quincy, Boston area, and he is going to be playing football in Foxborough, Massachusetts this upcoming fall, bro.
You don't want to let Minshew go on, you kid.
That's where
he's like the little Ryan Fitzpatrick that could.
That's where Minshew is going. He's going to the Patriots, bro.
No.
Yeah, he's going to go compete with Cam Newton and Jared Steinem. Did you hear that, dude? Freaking dude, Nelson Aguilar. He's like, yeah, I'm out in Cali right now, and you know. One of my QBs out here, we're gonna meet up. We're gonna throw some passes, blah blah. He's like, yeah, you know, my QB, Jared Steinem, man. You know, he's cool, blah blah.
You call him Steinem?
Jared Steinem, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. All right, so here's the last guy. Then the drum roll. This guy's kind of fallen off since his time in Jacksonville, and he did pretty good out in Denver here. But now considered not necessarily what he was when going to Denver, and that's AJ Bouye. I love that name, AJ Bouye.
No, AJ Bouye somewhere. I forget where he is. But
he got signed. You got signed.
Somewhere. I don't.
All right,
remember.
never mind. PFF's fucking me right now. Never mind. All right, so
I think he's on the Bears. I could be wrong.
All right, we can't end it like that. There's somewhere. There's got to be somewhere.
AJ went somewhere.
All right, there's got to be someone still available, dude. Someone's like relevant to where I am getting pretty deep though. I'm on like page 7 now, dude.
Yeah.
So
I think AJ Boy signed somewhere. I forget where.
Carlos Hyde signed with Jacksonville. That's a decent signing too. Is this true? Okay, this guy's not. This is kind of interesting if this is true, unless they're lying to me again. It's saying here that Trey Burton is still available. Tight end.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
No good. Nothing. You don't think he's gonna be anywhere? What about? All right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Give him the Rams.
No. It's too late, dude. It's too late. It was very enthusiastic, dude. It's too late. Eric Fisher, bro. Eric Fisher, dude. That's a good one. Fisher. Yeah, where's Eric Fisher gonna go? This guy's is a tackle, former #1 overall. Everybody needs a tackle, bro. You can never have too many tackles. Fisher,
better hope he signs to a team that has a quarterback that the NFL loves, because he's not gonna get away with his holding like he's been doing on Kansas City with Mahomes all those years. He's not gonna get away with it. So it's not gonna work. I can see Eric Fisher on the fucking Titans, honestly, but he's gonna get called a lot of holding penalties.
I don't know.
Be detrimental.
You think Eric Fisher is gonna go to the Titans? Yeah,
I'll give him
that's not a bad pick. I don't know if this team signed a replacement for their tackle, but I know their tackle is gone, and that's the Packers with David Bakhtiari. So I think the Packers could be a decent fit. And then kind of what you were saying.
So where's David back there? Because that's a good tackle. So is he in the free agency too, or he retired, or
No, I think
how's that going?
no. I think he got signed somewhere. I'm not sure.
That's a good tackle, dude. He still has at least like 2-3 years in him.
Oh,
Probably
find a
two.
player.
Maybe
Find
one.
a player.
Maybe
Hang
one.
on.
Maybe one. I give him one, but that's a better left tackle than
If I spelled this right, I'm gonna be so souped. If I spelled Bakhtiari right,
You definitely did not spell it right.
I definitely didn't spell it right.
Bakhtiari. That was the guy that was chugging the beers, and then Aaron Rodgers just took a couple steps out of his beer. He was like, "Nah, not playing that game." You see that when they were at a basketball game?
No.
They were at a Milwaukee Bucks
Oh,
game.
the Bucks.
I think it was a Milwaukee Bucks game. They
Dude,
had
those
Aaron Rodgers.
linemen are animals, bro.
Did he put the beer? He had like one of those like little like plastic cups, like good size plastic cup, and he just like put down the beer that they would sell you at like the little like vending machine, like the little like places that are inside the arena, and he just put it down in like 2 sips, and he was like ah, and then it went over to Aaron Rodgers, and I was like took like 2 sips and like put it down, and was like yeah.
So, all right. So maybe it wasn't Bakhtiari. Oh, I think Bakhtiari is gone, but maybe it wasn't Bakhtiari. But what you call it? Rick Wagner, their other tackle, is gone. Meaning the Packers. Tackle.
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know who Wagner is.
No, but it was just one of their tackles. But I'm saying that's why I think Eric Fisher could go there.
Yeah.
So you guys signed Ty and Seki?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap this up here. We got 3 people in here, which has been the max capacity. We have reached our limit, but I do appreciate all you people for coming by. Went a little over what I was expecting. I was trying to make this like an hour and a half, but it's okay. 2 hours is fine. Thank you so much for everyone who's stuck around this far. Danny D, you want to say something to the people before we go?
Thank you everybody that tuned in. I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to share this on like a couple other channels, possibly, right? DQ.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for the 3 people that were here to see the opening of the new show that's over here on XQ Media. We call it the Between the Laces. We're probably gonna be doing this once, maybe twice a week. Probably gonna get starting again a draft talk. We came in a little late to this, but Fran's just kind of getting to the wind down, and now we're gonna getting towards the draft. Well, mock drafts are coming out. We're gonna be flying at your fucking head. My man over there, what was that? Bo?
Bobby.
The Bengals. Bobby, the Bengals fan. I have some hopefully good news for you if you come back, check in on these mock drafts. I'm seeing you taking the best solidified tackle in this draft. Not a sexy position, but that's what will help Joe Burrow in the long run.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do mock drafts live. I'm gonna try. I still gotta figure out how to do that on this fucking program. But yeah, we did, like Danny said, we did come in late to the game here a little bit, but that's why we just did like an overall recap of free agency. At least, I was just going through the list there. Obviously, the list was incorrect. We kind of fucked a couple things up. I have not done much scouting. One of the things I do want to do on here is that I might end up doing by myself is doing some scouting reports, like special like scouting reports of not even like scouting reports, meaning like live scouting. Like I'm gonna watch tape live and like review it, like how I scout a player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't sleep on DQ. When he actually truly scouts people, he does a really damn good job.
Yeah, I'm actually not bad. I can call pretty good even into later rounds. Like, oh, this guy's gonna be good. This guy's
That's
gonna
why
be
I
bad.
say even in the later rounds, you call some good shit.
Yeah, so I pride myself on that a little bit, and I literally have done none of that this year, so I'm kind of late in it. But like Danny said, we're gonna be doing mock drafts coming up, hopefully live. If we might the mock drafts, Dan, we might end up recording, just because the program I have to use, unless I can find a way to get it up on this program. But anyways, all right, guys. So 2 hours, 10 minutes. All you three beautiful people. I know Ryan's here. I know Bobby was here at one point. Cat without the hat came by. My wife Tiffany was watching in the background. Thank you so much. We also had Gail Sutherland, who was the first person to drop a comment all the way back. I said hello to her, but she was already out. But that's okay. I hope you guys all have a good night. Stay safe
Love
out
you,
there.
Gail.
Yeah, Gail. Thank you so much. And yeah, so be safe out there, guys. Dan, I'll talk to you tomorrow, bro.
All right, bro. It was nice speaking with you about some foosball.
Yeah, it's been a while, dude. It's been really good, man. I hope we do this more frequently. That's why I put the dates down here, more to kind of like remind us. You know what I mean? Like
Reminder, you got to keep up on it.
3/26. Yeah, so that way next time we go back and watch, it's like, oh shit, it's already been a week. Oh my god. All right, yeah, we said a week. All right.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll be back in another at least couple days to a week.
All right, guys. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Be safe. Peace out.
Wash your hands.